I don't even have.
Who's 14?
14 is WESAC, isn't it?
No, for Ankeny?
Centennial, isn't that? Oh, that's 17.
Yeah, WESAC is 17. Yeah.
So is that 14 or 17?
Hello and welcome to week number 4 of the CISN Football Pregame Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. We appreciate you so much for joining us here this evening. We got a lot to go through before we get you to your big game tonight. We got coach interviews for tonight's big game. We're going to talk about our player of the week who had a phenomenal performance last week, go through some rankings, and much, much more. Let's jump right into our player of the week of week 3. Our CISN player of the week in week 3 goes to Valley's Drake DeGroat, 22 of 24. A phenomenal performance by the senior quarterback for Valley. Kind of waited to see if it was his turn. When was he going to have that big game? Came in last year off the JV roster, deep in the bench after a couple injuries, takes Valley all the way to the Dome. But it wasn't really anything flashy, nor was he expected to be anything big. But boy, against Johnston on Friday night, he really started to figure things out. 22 of 24, 264 yards, and 3 touchdown passes as Valley took down the Johnston Dragons. A phenomenal night, passing the ball, running the ball when he needed to, and just good pocket presence. You can see here, just trying to wait and find someone open. It's very helpful when he has a very talented wide receiver core. And Valley continues to look better here as the weeks go on. A nice recovery game against the Johnston Dragons. Drake DeGroat is our Week 3 Central Iowa Sports Network Player of the Week. Take a look at your new rankings for Week 4 of the Radio Iowa poll here in Class 5A. There is another new number 1 team for the, you guessed it, 4th week in a row. Waukee is the new number 1 team in the class. For Waukee, I hate to say it, it doesn't bode well as every previous number 1 team has lost this season. They will take on Valley this week. Ankeny Centennial is at the number 2 spot. They defeated Cedar Falls last week. They'll take on Southeast Polk tonight. Dowling Catholic loses to Ankeny. They drop to the number 3 spot. They take on Waukee Northwest. West Des Moines Valley jumps back up to number 4. They will have a chance to take down yet a possible another number 1 team in the Waukee Warriors. Bettendorf is at number 5. They look to be the best Eastern Iowa team, but they get to prove it tonight as Linmar will play them. Linmar is the number 6 team. Linmar with big wins recently in the polls. Pleasant Valley at number 7. They got a big rebound win last week. They'll take on Prairie at the 9 spot. Cedar Falls is at number 8 after the loss to Centennial. They'll take on Iowa City Liberty. Cedar Rapids Prairie takes down Southeast Polk after being beat up by the Rams for years. Big win for the Hawks and Prairie. They will face Pleasant Valley this week. And Southeast Polk comes in at the number 10 spot, the only team in the top 10 with a losing record. 1-2 for the Rams. They will face number 2 Ankeny Centennial tonight. We will toss it to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get you your coach interviews and much more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 on a qualifying Trane home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
The deals are hot this month at DeArmond Ford Indianola. New 2024 F-150 XLTs with 3.9% for 60 months, plus up to $8,000 off MSRP. Get $6,000 off or 2.9% for 72 months on new 2024 Expeditions and new 2024 Edge and Escapes, both with 1.9% for 60 months, plus up to $2,075 rebate. No payments for 90 days on all new Fords at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. It's time for the coach interview segment of tonight's pregame show. Our favorite local celebrity, that's right, Mr. Paul Yeager from Market to Market. He had a chance to sit down with Coach Pezzetti and Coach Zelenovich ahead of their big game tonight.
Pregame show now. Brad Zelenovich, head coach, Southeast Polk Rams. Coach, first 3 weeks, what have they taught you about your team?
Well, it's taught us that at times we can play, really high level football. Those first 2 weeks, played a really talented Valley team and an Ankeny team, and led for better part of the game against Valley and came up a little short, and then found a way to beat a good Ankeny team who had a lot of experience back. And then obviously, first road test last week and played a good Prairie team on the road and didn't play well, not to discredit them. They were ready to play, but just too many mistakes. So at times really, really good. At other times, not so good. So that's what you sign up for when you're dealing with high school kids. So as we get, to week 4 here, hopefully we can, play our best game, play a clean game against a really good team on the road again.
Quarterback is a guy that sat and watched some great ones. I mean, Moberly was just so good, but again, you have a special interest in that quarterback position, being a former one yourself, and you've had some great ones. How are we progressing there?
Good. He's a great leader for us. He's a tough physical kid. He can hurt you, with both his feet and his arm. He can make all the throws. He's got a big plus arm, can throw the ball vertically as well as, spreading it around to different guys. And, at the end of the day, we tell our quarterbacks in our league, and that hasn't changed, or in our program, excuse me, your job's to lead and win games. Statistics, we live in such a social media, internet-based world where everybody's worried about, completion percentage and yardage and touchdowns at all positions, not just quarterback. But for us, it's about finding a way to win the game, to manage the offense, to manage the system, to take care of the football, and then give ourselves a chance to go win the game. And he understands that. And there's been, snapshots of really, really, really good football. We're just looking, for him to continue to grow, being a first-year starter in our program.
Analytics are one thing, but you have an eye test. And looking at that Zelenovich kid, he certainly passes a lot of eye tests. I mean, what is it about Sam that is just so fun to watch play?
Well, I think he's a football player. And, we talk to our guys all the time. I think the best compliment you can give people is that they're a football player in terms of their toughness and the way they go about their business. He's kind of a late bloomer, was a reserve as a 9th grader and a 10th grader and just kind of kept working, developed himself in the off season into, a decent athlete and somebody that, we felt like could help our team, and then kind of came onto the scene a little bit last year as a junior and has continued to, be a bright spot for us. And he's somebody that, we're going to try and get the ball to, because he's pretty dynamic once he gets the ball. And looking forward to him to elevate, the leadership part and trying to continue to lead our team and help us in any way he can. And understand that, it's not just about him. In order for us to be successful, it's going to take, all 85 other guys on both sides of the ball, to continue to develop and, put ourselves in position to win.
Real quick on your defensive side, what do you need to see to them to do Friday night?
Well, again, just more consistency across the board, Paul, in all 3 phases. Glimpses of really good, 5A physical football on the defensive side, being able to stop the run against good teams. And obviously that will be no different this Friday with what Centennial does in the personnel that they bring on the offensive side of the ball. And, we're turnover margin is a glaring weakness for us. I think we're -6 on the year, which is uncharacteristic for us. The number one indicator for success is turnover margin. So, with that comes getting to the ball, right? Multiple guys around the ball on defense, and then offensively, making better decisions, with the football, taking care of it, and understanding that, that's a critical piece, when you play really good teams like this, especially on the road. So just looking for consistency, 11 guys to the ball, getting lined up correctly, make sure we're reading our keys, and we're going to have to play really hard. They're a physical team.
You left about 4 cliches out, but you pretty much got them all in, I think, Coach.
Yeah, we work, us coaches work really hard at that stuff when we talk to you guys.
I appreciate it. Brad Zelenovich, head coach, Southeast Polk. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Pregame show continues after this on CISN.
Here on the pregame show, co-head coach Ryan Pezzetti. Last week, kind of a monumental win for Coaching in Iowa, what's that mean to, you've been on the sideline for a lot of your dad's wins. What's it like to be hip and hip with him and then see this milestone?
Oh, it's great. You know what? The kids were happy for him, and to have a win like that in Cedar Falls against a very quality team, it was satisfaction, I guess is the word we look for, and looking forward to playing Southeast Polk and getting to this middle third of our season.
All right, let's start on the offensive side of the ball. Chase Kluver is a guy that you've been wanting to, you've kind of been mixing in a little more passing as you go on. Are you still on that trajectory?
Oh, for sure. It's whatever the game is going to call for, and he knows that. Playing on defense, it does tie us down a little bit on what he can do running the ball every play or be part of the run game with that. So we got to make sure we take care of him, number one, as far as health goes and as far as balance with the offense, and we got some good running backs and nice receiving core to help them out.
You've had some emergence of a couple of guys in the receiving core. Who do you like you've been able to call on when needed?
Caleb Reed's done an outstanding job. Kane Brooks at tight end's done a great job. Then the offensive backs, they're more like hybrid guys that can do a little bit of everything. They've all collectively done an outstanding job as a group.
We talk a lot about Braden Jackson, but he just continues to excel.
Yeah, awesome kid. You know what? All the kids look up to him on our team. Captain. What can you say?
That's the thing. He doesn't say much. That's why it's hard to get a lot out of him. Defensively, you've been needing, a guy like Reed Anderson we don't talk about, but he seems to be on every play.
Oh, absolutely. He's the heart of the defense. He's been their 2-year starter. He's been through the big games before, understands what it takes to be there and be physical. And other guys do follow him.
You also need a couple. You talk about the injury bug. You've had a couple of ends that have been in and out. Who has stepped up in those roles that you've been able to go, okay, hey, we like that?
It's been a different one every week. I think week one, that was the last week they were all healthy together, and then we have a couple guys step in week 2 against Ames, and then last week we had some other guys step in against Cedar Falls. So that's always good to have depth in that position, especially because, if they're getting a drive together, you want fresh bodies.
Back end, we've seen a number of guys as well, but a guy like Isaac Brule, what's he do in the backside? What has he been doing?
Extremely talented athlete. He might not be the biggest kid on our team, but you know what? He might have the biggest heart. When you look at him and the multi-sport athlete, he's an outstanding first-team All-State baseball player. As a football player, he plays running back, he plays receiver, he plays defensive back, he returns kicks. He's just a do-it-all guy.
One of your future opponent coaches always has told me there is no homecoming without a football game. Do you concur?
You know what? You're right. It's tough on the kids because the school asks them to do so much. They had On the Prowl, which is a great celebration for Ankeny Centennial. And then you go out through the week and there's something different every day for them. It's tough to have quality practices, but we did have one this morning, and we're looking forward to Friday night and seeing what we can put together.
But you've been around those distractions, and it's just all about just reminding the guys, right?
It is.
This is football.
It is. Just one day at a time, one play at a time.
All right. I appreciate your time. Thank you so very much. As we close here, though, I got to ask you, Southeast Polk. Again, a team that's finding your identity. I'm guessing you're hoping they don't find it this week, but what is it that stands out that you got to stop?
Sam Zelenovich is a dynamite receiver. Brad is his dad, the head coach there. Brad does a great job with their program and team. 3 consecutive state titles. They've had a nice run, and they're a great football team. They're 1-2, but that does not identify who they are. They're a playoff contender. And they'll be there in the end, and we'll get their best on Friday night.
All right, it's Ryan Pezzetti, co-head coach. Back in a moment here on CISN.
All right, we want to once again thank every coach for sitting down and chatting with us this week, next week, and every week that they've ever talked with us. We really appreciate it here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Getting a little bit of insight before they take the field on Friday night. We appreciate them greatly. We'll take a quick break. We'll wrap things up when we get back. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. It's time to wrap things up before we get you out to the field this evening. Let's take a look at the games to watch tonight. Friday night lights under the lights here in Iowa. And here's how the games shake out. Centennial will take on Southeast Polk. The Rams are not the team that they've been the last couple of years, but they look for a big statement win tonight on the road as Ankeny Centennial looks to improve to 4-0 and look to be one of the top teams in the state. Valley versus Waukee. This is a big test for the Waukee Warriors. They're kind of waiting. They got that big win against Waukee Northwest, but they're still looking for that really, really big signature win for Coach Baker and his squad. Tonight could be the night. Beckett Baker is going to have to lead his team against a very talented Valley first and second team offense. It's going to be a fun one over in Valley. And then Northwest will take on Dowling. Northwest trying to get one of those big 3 wins to help the RPI. We talked about it several times throughout last week's games. They're going to have to beat either Valley, Dowling, or Centennial. Well, Dowling, it's a great chance to get it tonight. Keep an eye out for Northwest as they will try to take on a Dowling team who has to rebound after Ankeny's loss last week. Well, that will do it for us here on the Central Iowa Sports Network Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. Appreciate you watching as always. Enjoy your Friday night football. We'll see you next time.
Week 4 of the Iowa High School Athletic Association football season is here. It is 85 degrees in late September. Almost jacket weather. You're going to have to work hard to get a lather up tonight here from Ankeny Stadium. It's Centennial at 3-0, and the 3-time defending champs Southeast Polk 1-2 in this Class 5A matchup tonight from Ankeny Stadium. Hello again, everybody. Paul Yeager and Tim Halber with you. Austin Oliver will be around in just a couple of minutes. Tim, tonight it is a contest of 2 teams that know each other extremely well. A whole lot of respect between these two. And by the way, these 2 teams look a lot alike. Let's start with Southeast Polk. The only thing that's different about them is all the guys wearing the jerseys are different. 18 new starters for the Rams.
Yeah, they bring a lot of power in. They're a very talented team, but they're very young. As I said, they don't have a lot of tread off the tire right now, so they're trying to get the guys out there more game experience. This could be a very dangerous team down the stretch.
And they have a guy that can really drive the engine, and that is the coach's kid who's a preferred walk-on now headed to Iowa State, Sam Zelenovich. This is a guy that can do just about anything when he gets the football. He is our player to watch tonight. 32 catches, 445 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He's a guy that, Tim, when he gets the ball in his hands, look out.
Yeah, he knows how to play the whole field. He's got great field awareness. We'll see him returning kicks as well. Coach Pezzetti's talked about we got to know where he is at all times because he'll line up in the slot, the wide. He may do an end around, so he is their jack of all trades.
And for Centennial, it's the guy that we've talked about every single week because he has dominated every single week. Last week alone, it's Braden Jackson, 17 carries, 128 yards. He's had a really good season. Look at those stats. 425 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns, 10.5 every time he touches the ball, Tim. What stands out to you about Braden Jackson?
He's got that extra kick. When he gets to the open field and he starts taking off, He's a hard guy to catch. He's got good field awareness. He knows when to pick the hole, when to accelerate into the hole. So he balances out that offense. Even though they run 3 running backs, he's that bell cow that makes that offense go.
And our third member who makes our offense go is right in the middle of it all as the Jaguars take the field here tonight at Ankeny Stadium. We're going to have full lights on. Nice warm night. The Jaguars 3-0, number 1 in a couple of polls, number 2 according to Radio Iowa, which is what we use here at CISN. Waukee number 1, also a game tonight that you can see on CISN. But this game is Southeast Polk and Centennial. Let's go down Austin Oliver, our third member of our broadcast crew. Hi, Austin.
How's it going, Paul?
Oh, I'm excited. How about you?
I'm not too bad down here. It's, I mean, it is a little hot, but I mean, I tell you what, it's about as perfect a weather as we could get. No wind to speak of down here on the field. I watched the coin toss. Both teams seem to be cordial and shaking hands, but I think it's going to be a heck of a battle here tonight.
Are you saying that maybe sometimes teams don't always get along, Austin?
Well, you know, it happens every once in a while, but they exchange pleasantries pretty easily today. So
85 degrees is our temperature right now, Austin. The flags they're at their side. They are going straight down the pole. No wind tonight, right?
Yeah, no wind tonight. The sun's already down, so it's not going to be a factor either on some of the side-to-side pass plays, but about as perfect as you can get other than a little bit of warm.
All right, Austin Oliver, we'll check in with you as the night goes on. Tim, as they go out for the ceremonial coin toss and the captains go out. Great games all around tonight. You had a chance to have a conversation before the game with one of the coaches, and 5A to us looks tough. What do the coaches think?
He goes, it's pick on the week. It's a slugfest. He's almost like the kiss of death being ranked number 1 right now because everybody goes, it's a target on your back. I'm looking at teams that are undefeated like Centennial. They're 3-0. They're at the top of the. We think they're probably number 3, maybe number 1 in the state. But also Southeast Polk, Ankeny High. Those teams are 1 and 2. Those are also very dangerous teams, so anybody can beat anyone on a given weekend.
Let's take a look at how these two teams match up. In their comparison statistics, these are, stat-wise, pretty even squads. Polk is averaging 19 points a contest, Centennial 39. The yards are not even that close either total, but it's in the passing where Polk is pulling away, 222. They have Holden Hansen, who leads this squad in his first year of being the quarterback for the Rams.
He's a nice-looking quarterback, a really good athlete. He's also the number 2 rusher on the squad. So look for him to get the passing game. He's got 5 touchdown passes this year, but he also has 7 interceptions. Once in a while, he tries to force it into Sam Zelenovich. That's what the Ankeny defense is going to look for tonight.
Takeaways right now is huge for Centennial in an advantage. You see the stat there, but Polk is plus or minus 8 on the turnover margin, or minus 6. One of those two numbers. That's way too many.
Yeah, coach doesn't like to see that. He wants to have more control of the ball because giving the ball away. He felt like last weekend that they gave that game away over with against Cedar Rapids Prairie over in Cedar Rapids.
Southeast Polk won the toss, and they will take the football. Ankeny Centennial, it is homecoming night. They are in their all-black uniforms. We've got all sorts of activities going on. We'll have the homecoming court coming up here in a little bit. But soon it is going to be Centennial kicking the football off from right to left. The Rams tonight in their black pants, white jerseys, black numbers with the bowling ball black helmets with a gold stripe on either side of that white stripe with a little bit of yellow on the left and right. Getting ready to kick off for Centennial is Ryan Bendazoo, back deep for Southeast Polk is Sam Zelenovich and Drew Thompson. And Bendazoo's kick is high, and Zelenovich at the 1-yard line takes it. He's at the 10, 15, 20. He's hit right there by Reed Anderson on special teams, makes the play. And the ball will be placed on the south side of the 20-yard line, very close to the 21, first down and 10. Here come the Rams. Holden Hansen is their quarterback. Landon Vanderwerf is a guy who averaged 45 carries, 155 yards. Tim, he's yet to find the end zone.
Yeah, he's averaging the 3.4 yards a game. So, yeah, I think they want to see him get more yards there in the red zone, but they need to move the ball downfield more to get into that red zone area, get on the other side of the midfield stripe.
Hansen sends Zelenovich in motion to the top of the screen. And he'll go to work on first down. Out of the pistol. Play action right away. They get it to Zelenovich. Or no, that is instead caught
by the tight end.
By the big tight end, Joey Lauders. You thinking Sam? I'm thinking Sam. They go to Lauders instead.
Well, there's probably a 75% chance it would be Sam on that first pass.
Second down, gain of 9 on the play. Short 2nd and 1 situation here, and Polk gets to the line, and then they change the call. Pretty wide open playbook here, and they go with a handoff. And it's going to be tough sledding there for Vanderwerf.
We start looking at that interior defensive line for Centennial. You know, Curve, Grider, especially Grider coming in, 10 tackles on the season. Houston Lusa in there, so that's a tough group to move out to find a hole just to gain a yard.
And Malachi Curve back in the lineup for the first time since week 1 at that defensive end position. Also Isaiah Bassett. Both of those guys are back together on the field. Bassett did play last week at Cedar Falls. Rams don't get a yard. No gain on the play. It'll now be 3rd down and 1 from the 30-yard line. They go handoff up the middle, and that time it is going to be a first down. On the carry is Drew Thompson. And just his 10th carry of the season gives the Rams a first down. Will Morris there for the tackle.
Running behind the guard, Nathaniel Slay, 280-pound junior guard, creating a hole for them.
Handoff again left side. And it's Thompson, tackled by Mitchell Grider.
Number 19, Drew Thompson for the Rams. Tackle made.
Thompson gives a little more speed in that halfback position. Only 9 carries on the season, so he's not big in there. Also has gotten a few pass receptions through the year.
Split out wide here is Caden Hills on the bottom of the screen. Also Zelenovich comes to the hash. Yet to see him targeted. Let's see if they go on this play. They're looking his direction. They go screen to the left side. It's caught. And it's near the 40-yard line is Drew Thompson. He stood up on the south side of the 40. And in there for
number 6, Carlos Blunt for the Jaguars.
Blunt is there, who's also back in the lineup, and also Cale Woods.
Trying to soften up that Centennial defense, running, pass to the tight end, running their fullback. We're seeing Drew Thompson in there, running a little screen play. Get them thinking of somebody else besides Sam.
3rd and 2, high snap. Hansen recovers, throws, intercepted. Still on his feet. Down the near sideline, a cutback is made. Isaac Brule gets the INT. That play was doomed from the start.
Yeah, bad snap there. Good athletic move by Holden Hansen to get his hands out of the ball bounce. Made the mistake of throwing down the middle of the field in the teeth of that Centennial defense. Just a pick there. I think the Oski Isaac Brule took it back about 30 yards down to about the 20-yard line.
That was a high snap. And Hansen, it wasn't even a clean throw either, kind of wobbled out on him. And before we get the snap here.
After the interception, blindside block on Ankeny Centennial. From the spot of the foul will be 15 yards, first down.
Blindside block you hear from our official tonight making that call.
The defense, I have a chance to hit that lineman I've been hitting, so far this game. But you get everything's running at different angles. It's not a set place. When you get those turnovers, the push in the back, the blindside block happens fairly often. But I'm sure Coach Zelenovich is there talking to his quarterback going, in a busted play, just throw it out of bounds. You don't need to try to make a play. And that's, we talked about earlier, he has 7 interceptions on the season. That's the one thing that the coach didn't want to see happen is an unforced turnover.
I think that's the 8th interception that Hansen has thrown this season. Penalty takes the ball all the way back to midfield, but it is a 1st down and 10. Braden Jackson gets the call. And he goes inside couple of yards before he is brought down to the turf by the middle of that defense, Jackson Hope. Over the years, Tim, we've talked about just call Southeast Polk linebacker high because they just put out year after year great linebackers.
Kind of like Iowa, Penn State has a tradition of great linebacker play, very physical linebackers. They go sideline to sideline.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 from the 47. Kluver with Jackson, they give it to Braden. Left side, cuts it up, still on his feet, takes a couple of Rams. He had some guys on his feet, Charlie Good and Manny Gay.
Picking up the first down. Tackle made by number 1, Emmanuel Gay for the Rams.
And that's where the yardage is going to come from when he cut back in there. Give a shout out to J.J. Morgan, a nice job of getting a block on there, kicking his defender out to create that hole. So it's great to see your running backs blocking for each other on these plays.
Enough for a first down and 10 yards to go now. Ball at the 39-yard line for Kluver. Pass on first down to the right side. It's caught by his guy out of the backfield, Caleb Reed. That's a guy Coach Pezzetti said this week that's somebody who's really kind of emerged with their opportunity.
Yeah, he already has. Coming into the game, he had 12 receptions for 199 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he's been their go-to guy in the passing game.
Gain of 8 on that play. 2nd down and 2. Kluver goes under center. Sends Jackson in motion. They give it to him on the sweep. Cuts it back towards the 30. He'll be very close to the first down. I think he will get it. In there for the Rams is Keon Ward-Taylor. And that'll be enough for the second first down of this series for the Jaguars.
Yeah, Ward-Taylor, one of the leading tacklers. 14 tackles on the season from his defensive end position. We're seeing them moving Jackson around. He'll play a wing position. He'll be in a tailback, the offset eye, next to the quarterback. So they move him around in his running back position, still getting the ball in a variety of ways, finding open running areas.
First down, Jags. Jackson next to Kluver. Throw is caught by Heather out of the backfield. Heather has a couple of Rams draped around him, and he's brought down by them both, Braden Lewis, and also
number 10, Sam Heather.
And Braden Lewis was there on the tackle.
Picks up another first down. It'll be 1st and 10. Jaguars.
We don't talk about him much. He's that X factor. He's had 2 catches coming in. That's his 3rd catch of the season. That picks up some great yardage.
Ball at the 17. This drive started back at midfield. Jaguars just methodically going down on the field. They go Porter on the sweep. He spins out of 1 tackle, but not much more than that. As, again, it was Lewis and Joel Thompson there.
Gain of 1 on the play. Or,
scratch that. That's Jackson Hope. Gain of 1 on the play.
On a warm night, you want to have your defense out there for a long time, so Southeast Polk's going to want to get a stop here.
They're parked far and wide here tonight around the new facility in the parking lots on the north side of Northview and here at Ankeny Stadium. Kluver to pass, rolls out towards the hashes on the sideline, running out of real estate, throws it. It's almost intercepted, would have been out of bounds. And some of the fans on the near side were calling out for hold. No call, so it's incomplete.
Morgan was open briefly in the end zone, but with the pursuit going on there, smart play by Kluver not to try to throw it into coverage there on the run, getting it, didn't have his feet underneath him, so rolled it out. Better to take the incompletion and not lose yardage on a critical 2nd down play.
Almost like a sprint out play. There wasn't much of a rollout. I may have described it inaccurately there. Regardless, 3rd down, 9 yards to go, ball in the 16. Let's see if the Ram defense can thicken here. Kluver with time now flushed. He runs out to his right, throws off his back foot. He's got Heather in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Centennial Jaguars. Sam Heather on a 16-yard strike.
Yeah, perfect play there. He held it just long enough to get there. Heather.
Jaguar touchdown is powered by
Heather's not small. He's over 6 foot.
Chase Kluver
went up there at the peak of the throw and pulled it right in. So a good play by Kluver. Their athletic move there, get the ball in the end zone for the touchdown.
Just the way they drew it up in practice. Bendezu on to attempt the extra point out of the hole to Kluver. Kick is up, and it is good. Centennial 7, Southeast Polk 0. You're watching Iowa High School football here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 off a qualifying Trane home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
Points off of turnovers. Jaguars cash in on the INT for a TD of their own. Sam Heather, a 16-yarder. Ryan Bendezu to kick it off to start this new possession, and it goes out of bounds. That's a penalty. While they move it up to the 35-yard line, we go down to Austin Oliver, who is down on our sideline.
Yeah, I thought a picture-perfect drive for the Jags to start off the game. They kind of had that Southeast Polk defense on skates. I don't think there was a negative play on that whole drive there. The pass over the touchdown was just a perfect toss between the safety and the cornerback right over the top. There's a little bit of a size differential up against 21 for Southeast Polk. I'm not sure what his height is, but Heather looked good bit taller than him. That's something to maybe come back to later in the night.
21's listed at 5'10", Austin. So, yeah, Heather is one of those guys that just keeps growing, Tim. We talked about it in the first week when Nick Collison, who played Division I basketball, is in your bloodline. Might get a little bit of height. Hansen goes to work, second possession of the game from the 35. Play action, they go far sideline. Caught by Zelenovich at the 40. 45-50, tiptoes down that sideline into Jaguar territory. Huge pickup there, all the way up to the 43-yard line.
Did a little short route to the flat there, but now you can see his speed that he turned the corner and picked up another 15 yards running the football. And then, if there wouldn't have been a saving tackle out there, he might have been in the end zone. So that's the first time we've seen him get free, but we're seeing the speed and the size of Sam Zelenovich out there.
Gain of 23 on the play. Ball goes into Jaguar territory, 4:41. Jaguars lead. The handoff is to Vanderwerf up the middle. He'll get to about the 40 before he's brought down. Reed Anderson there and on the stop. Gain of 2 on the play. Turnovers, Tim. They'll get you every time.
They do, especially the ones, in the middle of the field.
When that ball is thrown up in the middle, there's a whole lot of jerseys that have an opportunity. Hansen rolls out. He's got a blocker. It's tipped again. Off of Zelenovich into the waiting hands. Reed Anderson. Right on, right time.
Turnover. Number 8, Reed Anderson.
The Reader's out there on the coverage on Anderson. The tip ball there. They practice those tip drills and practice the good hands by Reed there to come down there. Once again, they get the ball at midfield. Back-to-back interceptions. And that's not really interceptions, more off a tip ball there. But unlike to see Sam Zelenovich not have the ball, not to come down with the ball.
That is a Metro Heating and Cooling replay. We've already been in the red zone. Let's see if the Jaguars can make it in again here. 4 minutes even left to go first quarter. Both Jaguar possessions have come on the hands of an interception. Now 9 on the season for Southeast Polk. 7-0 Centennial here. Kluver out of the pistol. Gives it to Jackson. Cuts up left, he's got a good block, and he keeps on moving. Got to give him a credit, right, where credit is due. Number 70
Jackson on the carry for the Jaguars.
for Centennial was Caleb Larson leading the way on that play.
Big gain on the play.
Right? You think he's lathered up, Tim?
Yeah. Well, on a night like tonight, yes, they should be. This is it's a warm night out there. I can feel the heat coming in here through the window. I can't imagine being on the field. It's a little bit warmer. There's not much of a breeze down there. But a running game is what gets the clock going, and the guys like blocking on a running game much better. So that offensive line for Centennial doing a nice job of moving that D-line.
Kluver under center. Porter goes in motion. They give it Heather. Now Jackson. Stiff arm. Now across midfield. Puts his shoulder down and takes Manny Gay with him
Jackson again on the carry,
into Southeast Polk territory. Enough for a first down.
And that's a stiff arm to their defensive end. That's, surprisingly Jackson stronger than he appears, but he is nearly a 200-pound running back to get out there. Good stiff arm. It's a timing thing when you get that stiff arm to catch somebody in the helmet to get them down, and he picked up another 9 yards on his own.
A little huffing and puffing there from the Ram defense. They've been on the field a lot so far. 2:44 to play first quarter. Kluver barks it out. Three-step drop, throws to the right side. Caleb Reed makes the catch, but he goes nowhere. That play blown up by the Rams. On that tackle is Cale Winjet, who is, we have seen him play for years. Super fun to watch on this Metro Heating and Cooling replay.
Yeah, he read that perfectly out there. The defensive end even saw the play forming up. There wasn't going to go much, but a good open field tackle by Cale Winjet. Winjet or Winget?
Winjet.
Okay.
And Z's always like, yeah, it's always Winget. No, it's Winjet. I'm like, you're right.
Apologies to the Winjet family.
Austin said there were no negative plays on that first drive, and they get a negative play right here. A loss of 3. I guess that's announcers, whatever. And that'll be another negative play, as that's going to be a false start on the right side of that offense. Kane Brooks, the tight end, jumped early.
False start on the offense, number 11. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Now a little bit of wobble.
If you got to settle down there, they want to get, what happens after you lose some yards of the play there, you really want to make up a big play there, and I think possibly Kane was thinking that his number was going to be called to get out there in a pattern that might have moved a little bit early. So it makes a second and manageable. They've done a good job of getting chunk yardage, especially with Braden Jackson, get him to the outside. The blocking is really good there. He's able to run up on the hash marks and get some good yardage, so I wouldn't be surprised with the running game.
2nd and 18, they go Heather up the middle to get some of that yardage back, and he plows ahead to about midfield before he is brought down by a couple of those big guys right there in the middle. One of them, Keon Ward-Taylor, and I think Cooper Martinson was there as well.
And Kluver's done a nice job in the passing game. He's sitting here, and he's 4 out of 5 so far in this first quarter. Settling down, this is only his 4th game as a starting quarterback. He's played DB exclusively last year. Getting more comfortable in the offense. When the running game is going, he's got more time back there. Really good athlete. He does do well on these little mini rollouts, sprint outs there as a mobile quarterback.
Coach Pezzetti calls, he goes, offensive efficiency from our quarterback's important. Let's see where this high percentage throw goes. It's caught by Heather, but he's out of bounds. And a little bit of help, Manny Gay lobbying the case there. The official right on that call, right in front of the Centennial bench. Let's see. I don't know if this will tell us any more.
Yeah, his feet came down right on the picket fence there, but Mandy Gay was there also. He says, nope, I think he was out by, all it takes is just the heel to hit the white chalk.
And that would have been enough of the first down plus 5.
Yep, that would have been awful close. Now we're seeing our first punt of the game.
Isaiah Bassett into the game. He'll stay on defense after this play on a drive that went backwards for the Jaguars. High kick from Isaiah. It's going to be taken at the 11-yard line. And up ahead is the return man, Braden Lewis. He gets close to the 30-yard line. On the stop for the Jaguars in coverage there was Basic. Adis was there. Other scores, Ankeny leads Johnston 7-0. That game Homecoming there for the Dragons. Waukee Northwest leads Dowling 7-0. Valley ahead of Waukee 7-love.
On the Ram 28-yard line.
Here it's 7-0. Centennial, Southeast Polk third possession of the game, 29 seconds to go, first quarter. Hansen throws, caught Zelenovich. Knocked out of bounds on that far sideline by Carlos Blunt.
Hansen's pass complete to Zelenovich.
Also there, Chase Kluver.
Pushed out of bounds by number 6, Carlos Blunt.
And that is probably going to be the last play of this first quarter unless the Rams hustle up. 5 seconds on the clock, and they are not going to get it off. If they are, they need to hurry because that ends the first quarter. Jaguars go down and score, turn an interception into points. They lead Southeast Polk 7-0. This is high school football from CISN.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Southeast Polk with 51 total yards in that first quarter, but 2 interceptions loom large for the Rams. Centennial picked it up at midfield and marched right on down. That's where 50 of their 65 yards came from on offense. Jaguars lead 7-0. Tim Halber, Paul Yeager, Austin Oliver with you tonight here on CISN. On this warm night in September. We're getting lower quicker, but it is still warm, Tim.
Yes, it is. I noticed in the morning that, it stays dark a little bit longer before the sun comes up. In the evenings, it's getting darker sooner. And, it feels like fall. Farmers are in the field. I can smell that. So it's... Yes, it's fall in Iowa.
We got some keys to the game we need to talk about in the second quarter because I remember things. Let's take a look at the keys of this contest. Will you show me first, Randy? For Centennial, keep on grinding. What's that important?
Well, Centennial, they run the ball very well. They have over, 800 yards rushing so far this season, led by Jackson. So keep on doing what they're doing well. They had the offensive line blocks very well in that double wing offense. So keep on grinding the ball, giving your quarterback time to throw.
And for Centennial, their key is to. It's all about their it's the next one in.
Yeah, they have to go there and getting experience. I think just kind of play the game in front of you. Don't worry about the last week's game or the game for next week. Play this game today. Play the team you're playing tonight.
2nd down and 4 for the Rams. Quarter number 2. Hansen, here comes some pressure from Curvey, steps up in front of it, puts his head down, pushes Blunt down. Also coming in for Centennial there was Will Morris.
Curvey was seeing that number 7. He was going to go right in his back, and that's that sixth sense that you like to have quarterbacks have. Hansen took off. He is like the second leading rusher, and he's got 11 carries for 71 yards this season, so he took it up there, picked up the big first down for Southeast Polk.
Gets it up to the 46-yard line on that play and extends, at least gives their defense a chance and gives their offense some opportunities to explore and see what works against Centennial. 7-0, 11:20 to play here in the second quarter. They go run right away, and man, going nowhere is Vanderwerf.
Carry made by Landon Vanderwerf.
8 and 9, which means that is Reed Anderson and Mitch Greider. And Houston loose there.
There was not much there to run.
45-yard line.
But good closing defense. The defensive line is giving havoc to the offensive line. You're trying to get their reads. They get off their blocks really well. So running up the middle is a premium.
Zelenovich comes to the near side of the formation. He's off the line. Hansen on the second hand clap. The ball is snapped to him. He throws a dart, and it's caught at the 45 and going up and over is his receiver. And that is a catch made by Caden Hills.
Another senior there. And Coach Zelenovich was talking about we need to find other playmakers. We know what Sam Zelenovich can do. We know how good of an athlete he is. But we need other guys to step up to kind of take some of that pressure off and then go back to Sam when he gets more of a one-on-one coverage.
Wheeler and Hills to the right. Now they're joined by Zelenovich on the top of the formation. They throw backwards past Zelenovich. Look for the running back. He's now going to tuck it and run it. That was a design pass, and he just cuts it up to cut his losses. He was chased the whole time. Curvey ends up making the tackle along with Blunt and Luce.
Looking for something deep, trick play downfield. The fact that he got 5 yards out of that is amazing because on the edge there, Cale Woods was coming up. He saw it coming to his side, forcing him to cut back into the coverage, but still picked up 5 yards. What could have been a disaster is now 2nd and 5.
9:33 to play here before half. Handoff is a fake. They go out on the escaping tight end, Joey Louders, and he has enough for a first down, and that'll move the chains for the Rams.
Senior tight end, 6'2", 205, senior tight end. Louders out there. We're seeing that the side that Zelenovich goes to, we're seeing one of the safeties shadow him to that side of the field, so it's creating opportunities on the other side of the passing game. So we're seeing the offense going for passing, going away from the side that Sam is lining up on, getting more one-on-one coverage.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. That's Zelenovich. They go play action again. Throw down towards Sam. It's caught by the guy who got him close, and that's Hills. That's a touchdown for Southeast Polk. Caden Hills, the senior. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying it up.
Good patient, good blocking back there. Patient by Hansen, throwing the deep ball down the middle. Nice job for Hills getting in front of the safety, getting a step on him right at the goal line, making a little bit move and scoring the touchdown. So good pass and catch for the Southeast Polk Rams to hopefully tie this game in the second quarter.
The extra point is up from Samer Arafa, and that is good. We're tied at 7 from Ankeny Stadium.
With 8:50 left in the second quarter.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Rams go down the field, tie this thing up. Tristan Hills catches 7 and 8 on the season.
Return for the Jaguars, number 4, Isaac Brule, and number 32.
It's good enough to tie this thing up. And for the first time tonight, Centennial actually has to field a kickoff. That ball goes into the back of the end zone. J.J. Morgan. I called him Porter earlier.
Jaguars will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Let's go down to Austin Oliver.
Well, I'll tell you what, Paul. Southeast Polk looked really nice on that drive. I think Coach Zelenovich just definitely used his son as a decoy in some of the plays there, but he is definitely dynamic any time he touches the ball, and they were able to throw that ball around a little bit. Definitely relying on the pass plays, but that running game, Centennial definitely stifled that. They had to go to the next step, go all pass all the way down the field.
Valley leads Waukee 7-5. Waukee had a safety, now a field goal, or a 3-run homer is there in the first. Waukee, Northwest, and Dowling tied at 7. Ankeny leads Johnston 7-0 here. We're tied at 7 as well. Game's getting a lot closer. It's a quarterback keeper for Chase Kluver, and that kind of looks like it might have been a busted play. We do have a whistle
Kluver on the carry for
at the end of the play.
Timeout for helmet.
And we had a helmet issue, and so Kluver's going to have to come off. That should bring in. Let's see who they are going to send in. Oh, they are going to send in, Rowan Doak will go in for the snap. And just like that, it's another negative play, loss of 3.
That touchdown gave the Southeast Polk defense a little bit of pep in their step there. They can get on the line there. They can be more aggressive now that the game is all tied up.
Doak on second down has Braden Jackson next to him, and they give it to him. Braden around left side hurdles a guy, and then in the middle of jumping up, he's tackled by Brody Brandt.
Picked up about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9.
The guy who's a disruptor in the middle, the coach had talked about, is Cooper Martinson. The big senior defensive tackle. He's got 22 tackles on the season, but he gets off his blockers quite well. He's a force to be reckoned with, and they keep running to his side, so he's disrupting some of the blocking schemes. He's a 6'4", 285-pound senior. That's a lot of beef to try to move out of the hole.
Kluver back in on 3rd down, 9 yards to go. Gets the play call from Ryan Pezzetti, the co-head coach. His co-head coach, Jerry Pezzetti, collected win number 450. They're chasing 451 tonight. Throw down, caught, and inbounds is Chase.
Caleb Reed.
Caleb Reed makes the catch.
Nice catch there. You like to have receivers catch the ball with their hands and not let it get in the body. He did a nice job there getting the sideline. It gives you a little more reach where you can keep your feet in bounds, but you can reach out to the balls to the outside, catching your fingertips. Hauled in for a big first down there for Centennial.
On the Metro Heating and Cooling replay there, you could see Coach Ryan Pezzetti kind of doing he caught it, and then once he could tell the official what he was doing, he was on to the next play.
Yeah.
Good look there by our camera crew tonight. We have a timeout on the field. Centennial trips to the sideline, tied at 7. Here was 7.5 to play.
It's the DeArmond Ford Kickoff Event. Score big on a new 2024 F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus a total savings of $8,250. Get a new 2024 Bronco Badlands with a total savings of $6,000 and special incentives on new Ford SUVs like the 2024 Ford Escape and Bronco Sport and the new 2024 Edge and Expedition with big savings. All at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
For our homecoming
We've dipped below 80 degrees. We're at 79 right now. Wind out of the south-southeast at 2 miles an hour, so everybody can see you. Jaguars take the timeout. 1st and 10. 7:27 to play. We wind it up, and we'll get ready to go. That's Morgan in the backfield with Kluver. They go out to Jackson in the flats, has a block from Reed. Makes one guy miss, cuts it back up towards the 40. It's going to be very, very close to the sticks, but I think he is going to be short. Helmet comes off at the end of the play. And making the stop for is Christian Scalco. Good block from Reed. And then Jackson does at least 5 yards after the catch on that Metro Heating and Cooling replay.
Nice job sidestepping the tackle. That would have been a tackle for no gain. Got out there and really, his ability to dance and juke out there, got upfield and picked up really all those yards on his own.
Some guys are just really hard to bring down. Braden Jackson's one of them. Morgan gets the call. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, stood up, hit low and high. First there was Cale Winjet, and finishing it off was Braden Lewis. Morgan, I thought he made it to the line of scrimmage. He didn't. They lost a half a yard on that play.
Loss of about a yard, it'll be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Cale coming up from a safety position there, reading the run all the way, making a nice tackle. So big 3rd and short here. Sometimes this is where we see Sam Heather get the ball.
Let's also not forget the tight end Kane Brooks on a big play like this. Heather is the lone setback. Jackson in motion. They go to him on the sweep. Jackson has the first down into a pile.
Jackson, big carry for the
For Southeast Polk, it's Scalco again on the tackle.
1st and 10, Jaguars
You're
from
seeing
their 49-yard line.
Jackson right behind Max Dickinson,
Jaguar 46-yard line.
which is quite smart. He's a 6'2", 250-pound junior, leading him up that hole.
Clock moving now, 5 minutes, 45 seconds to play. 7-7. Jaguars took an interception, 50 yards, and scored. As we approach 1st and 10 from the 46 before the snap, there is a play, and it's going to be a legal procedure. False start on the offense.
5-yard penalty. You play first down.
Yeah, Brayler in there moved a little early, getting out of his stance.
To the Jaguar 41-yard line, 1st and 15.
First and 15 after the penalty. Approaching 5 minutes to play, and the clock winding down at 5 seconds. Kluver gives it to Jackson. Gets a kick out block, gets towards the original line of scrimmage. Before Martinson's at the bottom of that pile, as is Scalco. And again, on the offensive leading that was Caleb Larson.
Also, number 70, Brock Thompson, nice job kicking the corner out. The corner came up there, really forcing the play. Hard for Lyman to get a block on a cornerback, but he did a nice job there, creating that lane that seemed to cut up inside to pick up some critical yardage.
2nd down and 9. They get 6 back. Morgan in motion. They look for him on the swing pass. Here comes the pressure. Kluver is going to be sacked. Coming in to make that tackle is LaFoy Hall. And now we have a penalty flag after the play. Martinson is just getting up last. There's a whole lot of black jerseys right there.
Personal foul. 45 defense. Late hit on the quarterback. 15-yard penalty. Again, the run. First down.
They get Joel Thompson. Here's the replay.
Nice job there, keeping your feet.
Oh, and it was a late hit high, too.
You have to keep your head up there. You're not knowing what you're doing, but that was definitely, it's a correct call to come in. The quarterback's laying on the ground. He's down. The whistle had blown or had been awful close, but you still have to realize that when a player is down. So we're trying to be a big play, moving the ball backward for a loss. Now it gives them another first down there at the 42-yard line for Centennial.
That'll help your drive extend. Jaguars still have all 3 timeouts. They throw it. Heather, double pass coming, throwing. Wide opens Morgan, just short. Good defense there by Gay. Breaks the pass up at the 10.
Manny Gay has some good makeup speed there, but yeah, J.J. Morgan was down there. He looked at the inside, outside, so he's kind of changing his route. He's going down there. Well-designed play, but well covered by the Southeast Polk defense. That would have been a big play. That could have been a score, or at least gotten the ball down to the 15-yard line.
Gay 6 tackles on the season, don't have the pass breakups, but right there, sometimes just slowing up enough to keep the receiver off stride is enough to do. 2nd and 10. Play action. Kluver rolls out to his far side, throws it back across his body, caught by Heather at the 35. He's across the 30. Enough for a first down on the far sideline before he's shoved out of bounds.
Heather turned out to be, he's a nice target there. That's 6'2". He's got a touchdown already tonight. Nice job of Kluver rolling to his left. That's a more difficult play because as you're running that way, you have to still turn to get your feet around, get your shoulders square. As for a right-handed thrower on the left side there, but he did a nice job getting the ball out there and a nice catch and run by Sam Heather to get a first down.
And teams defend you that way too, right? They know that's hard to throw across the body.
Exactly.
They might not be as good of defense there. Jackson gets a call, then he cuts it back, and he's not going to get anywhere. First there for Southeast Polk is Brockman.
Jackson on the carry.
But you're right, the ends tend to come down, pinch down a little bit harder on the right hand. If you're the end of that left side, they tend to crash harder because the quarterbacks tend not to roll out to your side. But when they do, if you're not out there, that quarterback has a little more time to kind of get his feet set. And you find a lot more one-on-one coverage on your left side of the formation.
Brockman with 10 tackles on the season. Clock moving now, 2:52 to play, 2nd and 13 for the Jaguars. Another pass play coming. Thrown and caught and stood up right away is Caleb Reed. He made it to about the 27-yard line.
Number 2, Caleb Reed.
And Reed's a little slow to get up.
Ran into Mr. Jackson Hope there. Linebacker on a receiver, a wide receiver, is not the best assignment.
Somebody needs to help Manny. Manny gets his jersey off. He's like, dude, I need some help. And he got it there from Scalco.
Kluver does a nice job of throwing while he's running. He's got a nice overarm motion. He gets a lot on the ball. So impressed with his throwing tonight.
Kluver to throw it again towards the end zone. He's got Heather. It's out of bounds. Incomplete. Gay covering. It'll be third down.
Kluver's pass falls incomplete, intended for Heather. In coverage for the Rams, Manuel Gay.
Mandy Gay does a nice job out there by himself. He's not listed as 5'8", so I think they want to pick on him. There's a big height advantage with Heather out there, but he does a nice job of getting really tight coverage that there's not a lot of room for error out there on that throw.
Bendizu on to attempt a 44-yard field goal out of the hold from Kluver. Kick is up and over, and it is making its way, and it is good. Just snuck in.
Good by number 18,
just peeked behind that bar. 10-7. Jaguars take the lead.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Back here at Ankeny Stadium. Nice 44-yard field goal. Ryan Bendizu gives the Jaguars a 10-7 lead. Bendizu will leg it, kick it high, and into the end zone for a touchback. Let's go down Austin Oliver for our sideline report. Austin?
Well, I was going to talk to you guys a little bit. You guys can see a little bit better up there than me, but it seems to be that they're mixing up a little bit of that old school and that new school offense still, right? Because they kind of went old school for the game against Ankeny to start the season out, mixed in a little bit of the new school for some of the games after that, but is that what you guys are seeing up there as well?
Is that what you're seeing, Tim?
Yeah, I'm seeing, it's a single wing or seeing a double wing. So I think they're looking at, they've combined two offenses but also keeps the defense on their heels because they're not quite sure how that's going to go. But they're finding various ways to get the ball to Braden Jackson, either from the wing position or from the tailback position.
On the touchback, the ball comes out to the 20-yard line. The Rams have 1:47 and 3 timeouts. Jaguars with 2. Empty backfield for Hansen. Had time, tucked it, runs it, puts his head down, gets about 8 yards on the play. Clock will move, though, on the run. Carlos Blunt, Isaiah Bassett there for the stop.
Southeast Polk does have their full allotment of timeouts if they want to get something going. If I think they get over the 40-yard line, they may look at use the timeouts. Can they get a drive assembled here before the half ends?
And I think Centennial will concede that center part of the field if it burns this much clock. Hansen with time, throws, far sideline, caught Zelenovich. He had a foot down at the 39-yard line, makes the stop. That'll be enough to move the chains.
He gets out of buzz. Good field awareness. We talked about it earlier. Sam Zelenovich knows where the first down marker, runs the route deep enough to get a first down. And Hansen did a nice job getting the ball out there. So, yeah, like you said, the defense is going to allow them to do some chunk underneath, but don't give them anything deep.
70 seconds to go here before half. Hansen. Zelenovich on the bubble. They go to him on the screen. Z is stood up. And that might be 15 extra. And there is a penalty flag that has come back, and now right there for Carlos Blunt was there to blow the play up. Flag is at the middle of the field, not where the action was.
I know, it was like a late hit.
First of all, on defense.
Yep.
15-yard penalty.
It wasn't on the tackle. Noah Carr did a nice job getting out there, getting the tackle on there. But the way they threw the flag looks like
complete to number 6.
Looks like something with a lineman maybe got hit, but I'd have to see the replay.
Against the Jaguars on defense.
And Zelenovich, the player, was calling for a face mask on that one.
Regardless, we're trying to be a good defensive play. Now has turned into some positive yardage for Southeast Polk. Like we had the reverse, here in the last drive, we had a sack and then unsportsmanlike gave a first down to Centennial. So we're seeing the same thing here. So usually these two are very well-disciplined teams. Make very few mistakes in critical situations.
Penalty will move the ball towards the north. Quick look at scores. Valley leads Waukee 21-11. Northwest in front of Dowling 14-7. Ankeny clings to a 7-0 lead. Johnston and them have gone back and forth. Pleasant Valley leads Prairie 21-7. That's one of the games I'm very interested in as the night goes on. Here it is 10-7, and before the snap.
Well, because it was on the ball was blown on a penalty, but the clock started as soon as the ball was set for play. So the clock started moving. It stopped the clock to set it to move the ball ahead, but as soon as on the mark of the official.
Please reset the game clock to 59 seconds. The play will start on the snap.
Okay,
Thank
yep.
you. 59
It should be blown dead on the penalty, but they were starting the clock on the referee's signal to start the play clock. So they are correct there to put time on. Saves Southeast Polk a timeout here, and they have the ball at midfield.
And still with 3 timeouts.
Correct.
A lot of play, a lot of options here still in the Ram playbook. Hansen, empty backfield, throws near sideline, out route is caught. Incomplete. Hills was the intended receiver.
Intended for Caden Hills on the sideline.
Five seconds go off on that play.
2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line.
With 3 timeouts, as you're protecting the deep, that center, the deep center is usually can be wide open there. So we'll see if Southeast Polk going to try to drag somebody in that center field route.
Now there is a man in the backfield. Hansen steps under pressure, flushed, and he is going to go down. Isaiah Bassett, the stop back at the 48-yard line. Southeast Polk calls a timeout.
That's a quarterback sack brought to you by Whitecourt Realtors, the 515 agency.
That's an example of not giving up in the play. Bassett came from his other end position, chasing the quarterback, saw him running, but he pursued him and got the tackle there because we've seen where Hansen has gained first downs on that scrambling ability up the middle, so Bassett did a nice job of continued pursuit.
All right, the Rams have been throwing little outs, but 3 timeouts and still 50 seconds. Acting like they don't have timeouts, and they're not. Interesting call here. 3rd and 12. Now do you go deep?
I think you want to get something, you try to get it first. I think you run deep and do something underneath a deeper crossing route. Because if they don't get it, I think they're willing to punt the ball away with 40-some seconds. I don't think they would want to run the ball because then you turn around and you give Centennial a chance to call a timeout and you pin him back here. So possibly a screen because the rush is coming on, but I look for something, a drag route over the middle.
If Southeast Polk doesn't get another yard, they'd punt it from the punter would be at about the 35. That would flip the field inside the 10, inside the 20.
Right.
That's a long way to go with just 2 timeouts, but if you're Centennial, you want to force Polk to make that play.
You could run the ball and force a timeout for Centennial, give them 1 timeout, and then punt the ball. So, but I look for them to take a shot down there. Shot down the middle. Running 4 wideouts.
Teague Cantrell gets sent to the right side of the formation. Hansen looks, throws down far sideline. He's got a man, and it's just a little too far for Sam Zelenovich. That would have been a first down and way more.
And he was open. It just was about a yard too deep, so they took a shot down the sideline. But he got free. He got free past the corner. Safety was a little late coming over there, but that's what Sam Zelenovich does. He finds soft spots in the defense. It was a good play there. 3-man rush on the defense, so we had a little more time to throw the ball. So see if they can keep the ball down inside the 20. Either force a fair catch by Centennial.
Weizak and Brule back deep to receive this punt, which is to the far side. It's going to bounce and eat up some clock. Brule picks it up on the bounce and then goes down at the 18-yard line.
Isaac Brule on the return.
25 seconds before half now.
I think that was the first punt by Southeast Polk tonight, so that was the first time we've seen him.
Which gets to something that Brad Zelenovich told me. He says, we want every possession to end with a kick, whether it's a field goal, an extra point, or a punt. And I said, I'd never heard that. He says, what are you talking about, Paul? How do you not? I said, I hadn't. Had you?
No, but a perfect example was their first 2 drives, their interceptions. Yet that's not what he wanted to have happen.
Well, it looks like the Jaguars are going to be content to just force the punt, take the victory formation, and run out the final 23 seconds and go to the locker room with a 3-point lead. Jaguars score off of a turnover to get their first score of the game, and then another big field goal. And they'll go to this halftime locker room. Let's go down to Austin Oliver for this report.
At halftime, score is
for both your offense and your defense that first quarter, how can you get back? They kind of fell into a lull after that. How can you get back that first couple situations there for you guys?
We just got to play clean football. You know, we have at times, but we've been inconsistent at times as well. Southeast Polk's a good football team. They're not going to lay down for us.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
It's Ryan Pezzetti, co-head coach with our Austin Oliver, as we take a look at some of the scores here from around the area before we go to break. Ankeny leads Johnston 7-0. Waukee Northwest 14. Dowling 7. Valley 21. Waukee 11. Pleasant Valley 21. Cedar Rapids Prairie 7. Ames leads Des Moines Roosevelt 21-7. On the eastern half of the state, we had a couple of games last night. Waterloo West beat Davenport North 36-26, so Waterloo West improves to 4-0. Cedar Rapids Jefferson improves to 4-0 with a 24-8 win over Des Moines East. Here, our halftime score is Ankeny Centennial 10, Southeast Polk 7. Tim Halber, what do you see so far in this first half?
Centennial really would have a really good balanced offense in their early drive. They're opportunistic on defense, shutting them down. Then I saw Southeast Polk get their feet back underneath them, and find the passing game, settling down a little bit, having a nice drive there. Then the counter, Centennial comes back, has a 7-minute drive there late in the second quarter, driving down, getting the field goal to take the lead, but only leaving 1:03 on the clock. So both teams, it's like two heavyweights feeling each other out. There's some good plays on there, very good defense on both sides of the ball. So I think we're in for a really great second half.
We will take a break. We'll come back, and we're going to get a little tiny dip in to some of the festivities here at halftime and get you ready for half number 2. Centennial leads Southeast Polk 10-7. We're at halftime at Ankeny Stadium.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Save on all new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off, plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees. All at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville.
It's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Save big at DeArmond Chevy GMC Knoxville. New Silverado 1500 Crew Cab offering 5.9% for 84 months plus up to $4,750 cash. New 2024 Chevy and GMC 2500 HDs with 5.9% for 84 months. And new Sierra 1500 Crew Cab with 5.9% for 84 months plus up to $3,750 cash. All at DeArmond Chevy GMC Knoxville. DeArmondChevyGMC.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 of a qualifying Train Home Comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
We are at halftime. The Centennial Marching Band on the field. And their tribute to Hollywood rolls on here. Centennial leads Southeast Polk 10-7. Let's take a look at some of the statistics for the home team, the Jaguars. 69 yards passing. They are 8 of 12 for 69 yards. The big receivers have been Reed, 4 catches, 22. Heather, 3 for 38, and 1 to Jackson for 9 yards. Rushing, 15 carries for 38 yards. Jackson getting the most of the work. 9 carries, only 42 yards, only for him, just because he's had so many this year. But it's been Kluver sacked a couple of times, so he's lost 7 yards. Morgan for 2, Heather for 1, and just single digits there. That's a total of 107 yards offense for the Rams. 9 of 13 passing for 101. Hanson's receivers have been Zelenovich, 4 catches for 36. Lauthers, 2 for 17. Hills, 2 for 42, including a touchdown. Rushing, 9 for 29 yards. 3 for Henson on the for his game. Vanderwerf, we haven't seen much of him since the first quarter. 3 carries for 1 yard. Zelenovich, 1 carry for 5, and then Thompson, 2 for 5. That's a total of 29 yards. Total of 130. Tim, in hearing those numbers, what stands out or doesn't stand out to you?
I'm not surprised at the defensive seven, the front seven for both teams, how well they're playing the running game there. Only 29-yard rushing for Southeast Polk, and surprisingly only 38 yards rushing for Centennial. That means they're playing, it's like I said, two heavyweights feeling each other out, kind of taking their shots in there. Passing game's a little more open here for Southeast Polk, but time of possession, opportunistic defense, for Centennial, but I see a really good defensive battle.
It is. And, I was just thinking about that. 29 yards of rushing, that's really low. But 38 yards for Centennial. So you're right. The numbers match up there. I asked Ryan Pezzetti this week ago, by this time you kind of know who you are. You are who you are. He goes, I don't agree with that. Well, right now I think maybe there's a little bit of truth to that. Maybe Centennial's not as good rushing the football. Is that a fair statement?
I think you're saying Southeast Polk is still Southeast Polk.
Yes.
They have the athletes in there. They don't have a lot of experience, but I think they're very well coached on defense. They don't get out of position very much. If keeping Jackson in check, that's probably the biggest key, is that he's gotten some gains, but he hasn't ripped off that 20-yard carry where he comes in averaging 10 yards a carry for the season. So I think they've done a good job checking. Now Coach Pezzetti talks about halftime adjustments. What do we like? What's working there? Let's see what they came out. They did that a couple weeks ago, how they came out in the second half. They took a drive down for the touchdown. If they do that again here, starting the second half.
When we come back, we'll take a look at first half highlights, and we'll give you scores from around the other area. But before we go to break, let's sing in the rain a little bit with the Ankeny Centennial Marching Band.
Father's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
And action.
Perfect cue. Centennial 10, Southeast Polk 7. The Ankeny Centennial Marching Band, tribute to Hollywood. If you get a chance to see this show, we will talk about it with Mr. Hook later on this season at a halftime. We'll learn the show. We'll listen to the show. We've just been able to show it to you a couple of times here the last couple of weeks. Let's take a look at some of those first half highlights, and it started early. A couple of big defensive plays for the Jaguars, which then led to this. Kluver rolling, throwing, Sam Heather back of the end zone, falling backwards. I don't think he thought a year or two ago that would be a play he would make, considering his height and how he has developed. But Tim Heather, we know how his dad played as a great defensive player, and now son is turned into a pretty good offensive player.
Yeah, he wants the ball. He thinks he should be getting probably the ball more and more. He's very athletic. He's that one that you don't think of. You get kind of lost in the wash with Jackson. Then he's out there. He's 6'2". He's making plays. Had some big catches. We've seen him run the ball very well. So he's only going to get bigger.
And let's see one of the other highlights from this game that we had earlier on the Metro Heating and Cooling. And this one is play action. Hansen throws to Hills for a touchdown. That was good for 28 yards and a score, and that made it 7-7. Hansen's picked off twice. One was a high snap he recovered through wobbly, intercepted. Another one was off his best receiver, Zelenovich, number 1 in 5A in receiving yards, intercepted by Reed Anderson. Other than that, it's been I'll use the word slobber knocker.
It has been. I think there's been some good hitting out there. Really not many miscues outside the 2 interceptions, but 2 well-coached teams really feeling each other out. I think that's just kind of a yin or yang in how they want to go about the game. So I think it's been a very clean game, moving the ball surprisingly well. Field position is going to be a big thing in the second half, but if someone gets the lead in the fourth quarter, it's going to be tough to score on them.
But the difference is the right foot of Ryan Bendezu. He set up on this 44-yard field goal, and it just had enough. It landed right next to the bottom of that pole that goes into the ground, and that's the difference in this ballgame. Centennial 10, Southeast Polk 7. We'll step away, come back. We'll have the homecoming king and queen for Ankeny Centennial after this. You're watching high school football on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Save on all new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off, plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees. All at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville.
It's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Halftime here at Centennial. They lead Southeast Polk 10-7. Other scores right now. Ankeny leads Johnston 7-0 there at the half. Also at the midpoint, northwest of Waukee leads Dowling 14-7. Valley had a 99-yard kickoff return from Zay Robinson. That was good to make it 21-17, and you will see that play this week on the top 5 highlights. I can about guarantee Randy's going to have that one. Liberty leads Cedar Falls 7-0. Pleasant Valley ahead of Prairie 21-14. Iowa City West 22, City High 17 for the Battle of the Boot. Ames leads Roosevelt 35-13. And two more games to give you updates on. Urbandale leads Dubuque Senior 21-0. And Linn-Mar and Bettendorf tied at 10. Should be their number 5 and number 6 in the state. So close one there going on. Last night, Jefferson beat East 24-8, and Waterloo West beat Davenport North 36-26. Here it's 10-7 is our score. Heather, the 16-yard pass reception. Bendazoo, the 44-yard field goal. And then Hills, the 28-yard pass reception. And Austin, let's go. I lost you, Austin, and did I miss my opportunity? If I did, can we do it? Forget it? All right. Austin, did you pick anything up at conversation?
Well, Coach Zelenovich is frustrated with the halftime festivities here. Was expecting the clock to be right on for the start of the game, so he's giving a chewing to the referees right now that things aren't going according to what he's thinking here. But I'll see if I can grab him here 1 second here.
And that's okay if you don't get that. I can get what he's doing. I think we're good on that one. But we did just have our homecoming king and queen. And forgive me for missing that one because I realized I'd lost you, Austin, there. And Austin, I'm going to bring you back in if you get a chance here. Austin, what else? What are you picking up here at halftime between these two squads?
Well, I just think with the 2 turnovers in the first quarter, he's got to be frustrated with that. It seems like that offense settled down a little bit and got some things going. The quarterback for Southeast Polk can make all the throws. I think that's something that Coach said in the pregame interviews that you did with him, and he is making all those throws. They had some success there at the end. Seemed like the defense settled down a little bit to stop the run, but this could go anywhere. I think you guys are right on with this being like a heavyweight boxing match for sure.
Anybody, are you seeing anybody winded, out, huffing and puffing a little bit more, cramping up?
As it gets a little bit forward. There's a little nice little breeze going on the field.
I seem to have lost your microphone there, Austin. All right, thank you for those updates. We'll cut his mic. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, Tim. Homecoming provides extra distractions more than anything.
Yeah, distractions for the home team because you got players coming out. It makes the halftime adjustment. Coaches do. They are creatures of habit. They like to come out on time, and they have things scheduled very well. So I can see the coach coming out a little bit, but it adds a little bit of festivities. The crowds are bigger here. Players always want to play a little bit harder for the homecoming game.
Well, we're getting ready for half number 2, both here and a couple of other places.
Christopher Randolph, please report to the press box.
And Centennial will get the ball to start the second half. All right, so if you are Chase Kluver, Coach Pezzetti, Tim, talks a lot about pass efficiency. Maybe not the most efficient tonight. But then Coach Zelenovich says, the biggest compliment you can pay a guy is call him a football player. We're seeing the emergence of some football players tonight. Who's standing out for you that's maybe earning that title?
I'm seeing, I think both quarterbacks, because they were not starters last year. I was seeing Kluver coming there, settling down. He has a nice rollout. He really does. He's 8 of 12 for 69 yards, not turned the ball over. On the other side, the flip side, Henson really has a nice arm. That kind of falls back into that Southeast Polk quarterback mold. We talk about linebackers. These guys are also very solid quarterbacks.
Samir Arafa sends it into the end zone 3 yards deep. No return there as Morgan's just going to have to sit on it. No return when it goes into the end zone. We'll begin quarter number 3, 10-7. Good battle here in this contest.
A few weeks ago, we saw Centennial come out at halftime against Ankeny, the Ankeny Hawks, and drive the football. They came out with a purpose. See if they do that again here. They could really take control of the game. They're up 10-7. Their first series, they could really set the tone for this second half.
Chase Kluver, one thing Coach Pezzetti wants him to do is just keep that improvement happening. We need him to have more hits than misses on his decisions. Let's see what they put into his ear at the break. And one thing is Braden Jackson, who is just absolutely slammed at the line of scrimmage. Martinson was there. Also coming up was Kane Brockman. Holy cow. Cooper Martinson, the two-time All-Stater, makes a huge play to start the second half.
That's a 285-pound defensive tackle could do for you. He is a disruptor in there, and that's it. So he wants to set the tone to start the second half from that defensive front of Southeast Polk.
No gain on the play for Jackson. That's a rarity right there. He's averaging 10.5 a carry. I don't think he cares about the stats. He just needs his team to win. Kluver in the gun. Morgan goes in motion. Pass play. Kluver throws it to Morgan. who's got one-on-one, and he is not going to be able to shake anybody there. Cale Winjet up on the play.
Winjet does a nice job there from his safety position coming up. That's usually the hard call for the safeties to be back deep, and then they have running back coverage out there, and they have to get up to that line of scrimmage quickly. He's done a nice job to stop it for about no gain. So bringing up a 3rd and long.
Captain Cale leads the way. He's been in and out of injuries in his career, and he kind of gets that sense, the urgency. This is my time to happen. The Jaguars face a long 3rd and 9. Kluver under center. It's a pass play. They have the under route. They go deeper, and it's dropped by Braden Jackson. That was going to be an extremely tough play as he goes to the turf at the 35-yard line, and the Jaguars are going to go 3 and out to start the 3rd quarter.
He had it in his hands, but the turf really caused the fumble. He landed hard on the ball there and couldn't maintain. He did find a little bit of a crease there between the corner and the safety. Southeast Polk plays a single high safety and plays the other one up to guard against the run or the running back out of the backfield. So a 3 and out for Southeast Polk.
Braden Lewis and Sam Zelenovich stand back to receive the punt from Bassett. High kick. It's going to bounce at about the 45 and take a horizontal and now eventually a Centennial half-yard roll down right there at the 47-yard line. The one getting to it first was Prince Dewey.
At the Ram
37-yard net punt.
DeWay. I knew I'd get that wrong. Sorry, Tim.
No, but a 37-yard net punt there. So decent field position for the Rams here coming out here in the second half. See if the Centennial defense can return a favor and get a 3 and out here as well.
1st and 10, Rams will have it from their own 43-yard line. Holden Hansen comes out. He's got a lead blocker and a guy at his hip. They send Zelenovich in motion. They go out to Sam, caught, and he makes a guy miss for just a little bit extra yards before he's pushed out of bounds by Jackson Reed. Enough, though, for another 1st down.
Yeah, Hansen just got rid of the ball there before he got hit.
Zelenovich making it look easy on a tall pass. Vanderwerf is in the backfield. You know, I mentioned it there that we hadn't seen him run the ball much. Well, there was a lot of passing situations for the Rams in that 2nd quarter. They go handoff Vanderwerf. He gets through the line of scrimmage and then plows ahead for a couple of tough yards.
Vanderwerf on the carry.
He's about 3.4 yards average for the season, and he kept his average on that carry.
Grider,
3.5 yards.
Grider, Blunt, and Anderson on the tackle.
Seen a new middle linebacker, number 12 out there for the Jags. Would that be Will Morris?
Will Morris playing a lot.
Flanked by Blount and Anderson.
Zelenovich goes in motion to the top of the formation now next to the sideline. Pass to the near side, caught by Hills. Nice block. Will spring him for a couple of yards. Give credit there for Wheeler on that block.
And it's a block if he doesn't lose contact with the defensive back. You know, the defensive back is turning to get away from him, but if he maintains contact, it's not a push in the back. But if he loses contact and goes back out, reaches out, that would be. So I know the fans are looking for a push in the back, but that's actually the correct call there if the receiver can maintain his continuous block.
3rd down, 2 yards to go from the Centennial 36. Hansen throws, caught by the tight end. On his feet is Louders. He's down the far sideline before he's chucked out of bounds.
On that play, they had the tight end lined up in the fullback spot. He went into the line like he was going to block. Did a little skinny out there. You know, they lost himself in the wash. He was wide open there. It's a good pass and catch and big yardage there for Joey Lauders, the tight end.
Jackson Reed pushes him out. You talked about the whole through the wash. Yeah, he went right through tackle and guard to get open on that play. And there was a big block Reed Anderson got. I missed who it was who freed that play. They go Vanderwerf underneath, and he runs right up the middle into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think that's his first touchdown of the season, and good blocking up front there. He doesn't carry the ball much. Wide open. You know, a truck could have driven through there, but great blocking there between the center and the guard. A good block out by the tight end as well. Vanderwerf scores a go-ahead touchdown here in this game.
Vanderwerf, 13-yard score. Huge play for the Rams. Samir Arafa on for the extra point. The kick is up and good. Rams lead 14-10 here from Ankeny Stadium.
With 8 minutes, 27 seconds left.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Rams march down the field and take the lead, 14-10 here in the third quarter. This is going to be returnable, and it's fumbled. Brule's got to pick it up, and he does inside the 10. Now he's at the 15 before he's collared.
I don't think there's a flag there. I
don't see one either there. Drew Thompson, the coverage.
Kind of a high tackle, but no flag on the play. So.
All right, let's go down to Austin Oliver down on our sideline tonight. Austin?
Well, I tell you what, it seemed like a drive by a team that needed to win. Really just willed their way down the field, passing it all the way down, and that long run to cap it off.
All right, Austin, thank you. 1st and 10 from the 18 after the fumbled return. Sometimes you can spring that. Not there on that play. 7-0 Ankeny leads Johnson. Waukee Northwest still 14-7 on Dowling. Valley leads number 1 Waukee 21-17. Play action for Kluver on first down to throw. Has Heather. He'll throw it to him last minute. Can make the catch right in front of the end zone. No, they're going to say incomplete.
He dropped. He got hit, and he dropped it. Kluver's looking for something downfield. He had both Caleb Reed and J.J. Morgan downfield. I think he's looking for something, a bigger play than took the short pass underneath, but fell incomplete.
Winjeb is one who jarred that through, and we talked about Cale a couple of times tonight. Just great player. Coach calls him a great leader. Make plays like that, he's going to get the attention. You know, think about, well, we'll talk about that after this play here. 2nd and 10, 8:09. Jackson with Kluver in the backfield. They go Braden up the middle. Hit as he takes the handoff and then doesn't get much further. Gay was there first, and then he's pretty roughed up. There's a whole lot of extra loving going on down there. Actually, Gay wasn't in there. I thought he was in there first.
Looks like Charlie Good, the other strong side linebacker,
and
coming
Brockman was the single digit I saw. All right, what I was going to say, Tim, is 18 new starters for Southeast Polk. A lot of these guys have been around greatness for the years, and it's their time to shine. We talked about it in the open. The speed of the game on a Friday night is totally different on the field than what you see on the sideline.
It is. It's got a different tempo. Your adrenaline, your heart's beating faster, so you get tired quicker. So you got to be able to pace yourself.
Kluver is going to fake the pass and run, and then he is going to get not even back. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage before DeAnthony Davis makes the tackle after maybe a yard gain.
That'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 11.
These are 2 drives by Centennial, have not gained many yards coming out there. Not getting yards on the first carry or on the first down. Let's put them in a hole. They're having a hard time getting out. So now it's a second 3 and out for them. Going to have to look at what's working, what's not working. Possibly Southeast Polk changed their defensive alignment and how they rush.
Isaiah Bassett's punt is blocked. It's fall down the end zone, and that is a Southeast Polk touchdown. Covering it up in the end zone is Drew Thompson. And the Rams with a huge special teams play.
I'm trying to see who came in there first, but I think they brought the house. They had 3 rushers in there. And good job of getting their hand out on the ball.
I think getting it first was Winjet.
I think Winjet went up there. If you see him block it, he took a hand and took it right off the foot of Bassett.
Drew Thompson for the Rams.
Instead of going for the leg, he went for the ball smartly. Quick turnaround, quick score, and then falling in the end. The ball landed in the end zone. Quick 6 points. Home crowd here is a little bit stunned at the turn of events here in the second half.
Extra point is up and good. We're going to have to see that play when we come back. 21 for Southeast Polk, 10 for the Jaguars. This is the Central Iowa Sports Network with high school football coverage.
6:39 left in the third quarter.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
You're rough.
15 more.
Redwood Builders.
All right, we're back here. There's a look at the Southeast Polk team. They're pretty pumped up because of the play that just happened right on special teams.
Farm Bureau Insurance.
Pass it back to punt from his own 3.
Caliber Company.
And that's Winjet, and then Thompson falls on it. Tim, you thought it looked like maybe 4 or 5 white jerseys were going after that one?
Yeah, 4 came in. If I'm also looking up there, looking at Emmett Bartles, the defensive lineman, but he stayed out. So when the blocker came out there, and I think Winjet came in underneath him on the inside, had a free lane for the kicker, smartly took his hand and blocked it with his hand.
And now the Rams will kick it off, and this one is going to be not returnable. Austin Oliver, that sideline, you can just probably physically feel the air going out of one side to the other.
That is exactly right. I was just standing behind the Jaguars bench, and they are looking for answers on anything positive right now because it's definitely not gone their way so far this half.
Did you see the block there, Austin? I mean, did it look like we'd been describing from your vantage point?
I was behind the bench trying to watch the defense get ready to go back out onto the field here and see what kind of mood they were in. But everybody, I think, was completely caught off guard on it for sure.
Needless to say, I don't think the mood improved after that block punt. All right, Austin Kluver goes to work now. This is a big hole. Jaguars are in. Braden Jackson gets the call on first down. He gets a couple. He is tripped up there at the line of scrimmage by Skalko.
Nice job, even a good tackle there to hold it down to 4 yards. I think they want to get the running game going and get more Braden Jackson moving, the ball, getting him upfield. I think it took the ball out of his hands. I think you have to keep pounding him a little bit, soften up that defense. He's got that breakaway ability that when the defense gets tired, if they miss a tackle, he can go to the house.
Jackson in motion. It's a Kluver keeper, and he'll get close to the first down before he is wrapped up by Charlie Good. And now we have another penalty flag coming out.
Getting a little chippy, but I think, when I talk about guys, there's enthusiasm and there's going after the whistle. I think you need to get a guy on the ground away from the play. You keep the extracurricular, those yellow flags are going to come out. They may call offsetting because I can't tell who started it. It looks like they're both engaged in it, but we'll see what the officials on the field call.
Well, Skalko's the one that I saw after the flag went up, and he was being pulled away. Let's get the
result of the play is a first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 79. Also, unsportsmanlike conduct on number 49 on the defense. Those penalties will offset. It'll be 1st and 10. Ankeny Centennial.
Look like two elk out there got their antlers hooked up, and they're kind of going at it at the same time. So
the result
we couldn't tell who started. Probably the best thing is to call offsetting penalties, but warnings for both.
Chris Juris, our referee, Zach Burt, the umpire. Tom Behrens, the head linesman, the line judge tonight is Mitch Stooley, and Sean Behrens is the back judge, and they have been busy with some of those calls. So after the play was the personal fouls. They offset. It was a first down on that play by Kluver. And now they go back to that bunch formation. That looked like what they'd run against Ankeny right there from week 1.
It did, kind of throwing, mixing up the plays, but trying to catch that defensive ball. The one thing that this defense has been setting the tone for Southeast Polk. Centennial needs to kind of hit them a little bit, get them off their stride, get them guessing, get them on their heels a little bit, create a few more holes, running lanes right now, because right now that defense is controlling the Centennial offense.
Cooper Martinson and Scalco right there for the Rams, not fooled. Gain of 2 on the play. 5:09 to play here, third quarter. Kluver, the keeper, up the middle. Now he makes a move and gets a good gain on first down. Coming up from his cornerback position.
For the Jaguars.
Actually, that's from the safety position, Braden Lewis.
From the 39-yard line.
Gain of 9 3/4 right
Owen Lichty doing a good job there from his tackle position. Pinching down on the tackle that's causing, the running room for Kluver. They're seeing something with the running quarterback. The defense is overplaying the running back, overplaying Jackson, so it's creating some more running room for Kluver to pick up some positive yardage, and now you're looking at a 3rd and short. Very manageable for the offense.
And it is a quarterback keeper up the middle, and that scrum, they are going to give it to
ball loose?
I don't know if it's loose, but it is a first. It's going to be a first down, even if it is loose.
Number 5, Chase Kluver.
Bottom of the pile for Centennial was Gavin
down.
Humphrey.
1st and 10. From Jaguar 40.
That was almost like a tush push there.
Yeah, that's a lot of beef there, hitting head to head like that, and things can happen. A ball can come in. There's a lot of bodies flying in there. I think the linebackers come flying in as well. So, big thing is they got the first down and keep with the drive going for Centennial.
Kluver goes under center from the 40. Direct handoff to Heather, who just gets pulled ahead. I think Humphrey was out there with no one to block, so he just decided, hey, Sam, take my hand, I'll lead the way.
Looks like Centennial's kind of going to, on the offensive line, going more to the zone blocking, which means that they're not pulling as much. They're just doing drive blocking, going straight ahead. They're just picking out, you've got the A gap, I got the B gap. They're just reaching out and making their block straight ahead. It's easier on the linemen to drive block straight ahead. They're trying to pull and get fancy and trap people. So drive blocking simplifies the offense. They're getting some momentum back here, getting the rhythm down as the offensive line.
Good the tackle after the gain of 7 by Heather. They go second man through, and that's Morgan, and he squirts his way across midfield and into Ram territory down to the 45-yard line on a good counter play before Braden Lewis makes the tackle. And now the Jaguars may be starting to get that engine going just a little bit. Chugga, chugga, chugga.
Going to that misdirection, 2 backs going in different directions. Looks like a trap play or jet sweep plays that you can run either way. So getting both running backs active. They're going back to that double wing formation again.
1st and 10 for the Jaguars. Jackson goes in motion. Sam Heather steps through, steps across, and steps further into Ram territory to the 30.
The 3rd running back we don't talk about. Sam Heather coming in, they're getting his carry. He's getting some love in there. So now looking at the offensive line movement, you got 3 running backs plus the quarterback. You really got 4 running backs. They basically stopped passing the ball, going back to that ground and pound game that Centennial is famous for.
And it looks like Johnston has put a touchdown on the board to tie that game at 7. Here right now, 1st down and 10 for the Jaguars. They're trailing. They go Braden Jackson, and he is stopped back at the 30. And that's a good play
Braden Jackson on the carry
by Charlie Good. So here's the thing, Tim. It looks like The spy on Jackson is working. And so maybe we just might not see much of Jackson for a while here and keep going Heather and Morgan and Kluver.
Right, it seems to be working. And we're seeing the quarterback under center instead of being back in the pistol formation. They've gone the quarterback under center, the old traditional double wing, so it seems to be working.
They go dive with Heather, and then he stood up right there, of course, as soon as we talk about the guy through. And their first is LaFoy Hall.
And part of the offense, you're always faking to the fullback or to Heather. He's coming through. And then the second fake and then is going to Jackson. So you never know is the handoff going to the fullback or will it be a fake to the fullback and then going to Jackson. So they're always using him in some type of the play as possibly getting the handoff. And the defense has to sit and look to see where the ball's going.
Ball sits at the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 9 for the Jaguars. Probably need a few more yards to get Bendezu out for a field goal. It's going to be a pass situation. Kluver rolls out. He has 2 white jerseys. He throws it, and he had his back turned. Morgan had his momentum to the left, had to come back to the right. Incomplete. Ball's at the 29-yard line, so it would be at least a 46 to 47-yard field goal. But you're down 11 points right now with only 27 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
I think you go for it on 4th down because the wind's picked up a little bit out of the south, but they're going to try. Back down here, it'll be a 47-yard.
47-yarder. Kluver has the tee right between the 36 and 37.
He does have the leg.
Out of the hold from Kluver. That kick is high, wide, end over end, and right down Ankeny Boulevard for a 3.
That makes it a 1-possession game. It gets them within 8. That could be a factor here late in the game if, you could score and go for 2. So big field goal for Centennial.
Bendezu now is hit on 44 and 47 from Ankeny Stadium.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Oh, you're always waiting on me. Always waiting on me, Randy. Thank you for waiting on me. Ryan Bendezu just booted. 47-yard field goal capped a 6-minute drive. So that means, Tim, the Jaguars, and that is going to be taken at the 2-yard line. So we'll give you the call here. Zelenovich is going to run his way out before Reed Anderson makes that tackle. I'll finish my thought after we go to Austin Oliver down on the sideline.
Much better kick that time. Did that clear by quite a bit? I knew it was right down the middle, but how much yardage did he have on that one?
Oh, at least 10.
Yeah, I thought it was a much better kick by him this time. I was kind of in the same mindset as Tim was, as kind of going for that one, but he proved me wrong on nailing that one.
Johnston has scored, and they are inside the red zone again on Ankeny in the 3rd quarter. Here at Southeast Polk 21, Centennial 13. Dowling now has come back and taken a lead on Waukee Northwest, 21-14. Valley continues to lead Waukee, 28-17. Rams go to work here with a 1-possession lead. Hansen's throw is on the far sideline. It is caught by Sam Zelenovich. Tiptoes that sideline before Reed Anderson gets him out of bounds at the 28.
Reed's done a really good job of blanketing Sam Zelenovich, especially in those short out routes from his outside linebacker position. He does have a pick from guarding him so closely, so he's done a good job.
That'll end quarter number 3. A lot of action there. Saw the Rams take a 21-13 lead. Quarter 4 from Ankeny coming up in just a moment. This is high school football on CISN.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
To our students here at Centennial High School.
Moon making its way up there on the east side of the stadium.
We'd also like to thank Dr. Bannister from DMOS for their partnership as our
Beautiful night here. It's still hot and muggy. And we've had intensity pick up in this contest. Southeast Polk has made some great plays here in the third quarter. Let's take a look at the scores. Ames leads Roosevelt 35-13. City High and West tied at 25. Pleasant Valley leads Prairie by a touchdown in the third. Cedar Falls has taken a 1-point lead on Liberty, 14-13. Valley leads Waukee 28-17. Dowling 21, Waukee 14. Ankeny and Johnston tied at 7. Dubuque Senior trails Urbandale 21-0, and now Linn-Mar has taken a 16-10 lead into the half over in eastern Iowa. Here it's Southeast Polk 21, Ankeny Centennial 13. Rams have the football to start the fourth quarter. Tim Halber, Paul Yeager, Austin Oliver with you today. Hanson's throw is too far for Sam Zelenovich. Coverage on the play by Cale Woods. Incomplete, third down, and for Centennial, it stops the clock.
Yeah, that's the clock could be a factor against Centennial right now, but good coverage out there. A little back shoulder throw there trying to get something to Sam. We have not seen Zelenovich go downfield deep. One thing that Southeast Polk has not done is really taken a deep shot anytime in the ball game.
Hard snap count, almost gets the nose tackle to jump. Play clock approaching 5. Hanson rolls out. Reverse spin throws. Caught by Zelenovich. Climbs the ladder at the 40, and that is enough for a first down.
Nice delayed rollout to the left there by Hanson. Went out there, threw a rope to Zelenovich. He went out there and got it out of the air. So showing his receiving ability that I'm sure that the folks up the road in Ames are going to appreciate seeing for years to come, since that's where he's committed to go to next year.
Had a lot of offers from the preferred walk-on, or the scholarship area of the high FCSs, the North Dakota State, South Dakota of the world, but chose Iowa State and, try his might there as Drew Thompson gets the handoff. And Coach Zelenovich and I talked about NIL for a little while and just, how the landscape is changing. You got to think Connor Moberly's now in Ames, and Jackson Daly, the quarterback before him, now at Northern Iowa. Xavier Wampa over at the University of Iowa for Southeast Polk. So, Abu Sama.
Yep, running back up there.
So Brad's had a lot of big guys calling him.
Yes.
Kate Proctor, I heard, was at Iowa for like a day. Yeah. Now he's back at Alabama. We have a flag drop, or just a play card. I think it was just the official's card.
So it stops the clock. They'll have to wind it. There we go.
2nd and 9. If the Rams can at least get 3 out of this, it's a winning drive for them. Makes it a 2-score game. Thompson gets the handoff, and he bulls his way forward.
That's what they need, is to make a 3rd and short here, get the clock moving a little bit.
Mitchell Greider, the stop.
The more they can drive the ball, then even if they have to punt, field position is going to be key here in the 4th quarter and the clock moving. Wouldn't be surprised to see Hanson on the roll. He does a nice job there. Find something quick, or he has been able to pick up first downs by running the ball.
Zelenovich comes to the hash on the near side. Before the play, a whistle and a timeout called by Southeast Polk. 9:50 to play here in the 4th.
Their first of the second half.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Let's see, we've seen 2 interceptions. We've seen a block punt. We've seen a backwards falling catch. We've seen a red moon. We've seen the band. We've seen homecoming. We've seen a lot tonight.
We've seen back lateral, both teams.
Oh, that's right.
We've seen that. You know, I think one coach goes, I have that in my playbook too. I'll run it. So we've seen everything, a little bit of everything tonight. We've got a field goal, and we have an 8-point differential, which if a touchdown gets scored late, that makes things very interesting.
9:50 to go. Rams take a timeout. They're down to 2. Centennial has had trouble with consistency since that first quarter on offense. They had a little bit of an offense running there and stalled out. Did get 3. The Rams face 3rd down here. Hanson's going to run. He is going to be stopped short of the first down.
But a yard short.
4 Jaguars were there, including Isaiah Bassett and Chase Kluver.
And they came up quickly. They did a good job there, knowing that the quarterback may tuck the ball and run, so it brings up a 4th and 2. Doubt if Southeast Polk, their quarterback staying in. Maybe try to get them to jump offside. We'll see what they want to do here. It could be a dummy call.
5 coaches are standing back at the 40, all making, and they're all doing all sorts of hand gestures. Let's see if it's the hard snap count. They're not going to take it here. They're going to not even get a chance to do hard. Oh, they do take it, and they get it! Hanson with no time on the play clock.
That is gambler, cold-blooded gambler out there on the 4th and 1. Think they're going to fake it, try to draw them offside. They don't have to draw them. They went up there and ran that off that tackle.
And the guy down for Centennial is number 5. That's your quarterback and your safety, Chase Kluver. He is down on the turf. We're back after this on CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Back here at Ankeny Stadium, and getting up slowly from the turf is Chase Kluver. He's grabbing his right shoulder. That's the one he needs to throw. We've seen one snap to the backup quarterback, Rowan Doak, the sophomore. I don't know if we'll see a second, but that's the thing. Kluver's been playing defense. He's just slow to get up. He'll get walked to the sideline, but the big play, Tim, was right. What the tackle made there was on 4th and a foot. Polk, it appeared, was going to maybe take the delay of game or a timeout. Went for it and got it.
Yeah, went around the left side there. Noah White, the sophomore offensive tackle, 285 pounds. I think Hansen just got behind him and picked up a couple yards, just enough to get the first down. So a new set of downs here for the Rams.
Hansen in the gun. To pass. With time, caught by his tight end at midfield. Reed Anderson brings down Joey Lauders with his 8th catch of the season, second one tonight. Gain of about 4 on the play.
Same thing as before. Instead of coming from the tight end position, he's coming out of the fullback position, doing that little, skinny out there. Taking the underneath route every time because the defense is going to give them that. Nothing deep. They're playing very good. They play a too-high safety. Cover 2 there. Good job. Nothing going deep, but the underneath is going to be open.
Hansen takes the snap, handoff Vanderwerf into the pile, spins his way out of a tackle of Wesak and Brule. Before finishing it off was Cale Woods, but not before another first down for Southeast Polk at the Centennial 35-yard line.
Yeah, good block by Aiden Jones, the guard. Got some good size on offensive line. I think that wears on you after a while. Those guys pounding on you. A lot of big bodies there in the line, but just a little bit of a crease for Vanderwerf to pick up a first down.
Zelenovich goes in motion, makes it trips to the left side of the formation. Hansen looks left, is going to throw that way. Has Hansen, but that play was denied. Noah Carter got his right paw in that path of the pass and broke it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, try to go out that trip formation. Sam trying to run that little slant on the inside there, but it's a real tight coverage there. Noah Carter did a good job not letting the pass get completed. The big thing is it stops the clock at 7:20 and creates a second down.
7:20, 21-13. 8-point advantage for the Rams, who are marching. Vanderwerf gets the call, and he gets stood up. Isaiah Bassett there first, Curvey, and Blunt. No, that's Greider.
Carry by Vanderwerf, tackle in the backfield. By number 3, Isaiah
I think it was a tackle by committee going on there, so a good job there, causing a loss on the play, about a 1-yard loss. So 3rd and 11 is what the defense wants. Look for that rollout again. Zelenovich usually finds himself one-on-one. He gets him in motion out of that slot position.
3rd and 11. Hansen facing pressure, steps up, throws, intercepted, and then dropped. Are they going to say he intercepted? They're going to say incomplete.
Yeah, I think it hit him in the hands. He never had full control of it, and he dropped it.
In baseball, you would say he lost it on the transfer, but I don't think he ever had it.
There's no review on the play, so they're going to argue, but I think it hit him. It was a bullet is too high for Caleb. He couldn't get. I think as he brought the ball down, but he lost possession.
Ball's incomplete.
But there's no review from the booth.
Broken up by number 21,
It's a close call.
Reed and Cale Woods in the area. So now 4th down for the Rams. They're going to go for it. 4th and 11. Look for the pooch punt. And that's exactly what Hansen does. Punts it. It bounces inside the 10 and then rolls out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. So, a little bit of pin action now.
Almost had the 3rd pick of the night for Hansen. Threw it high and hard for Wheeler. He overthrew him with the safety. They play a single safety there. Hit him in the hands. He didn't quite, I think as he took off, he was coming down from his chest, he's coming down to his waist, and it would have hit the ground.
Chase Kluver's coming back in. Austin Oliver, I don't know if you have any insight from down on the sideline. Austin?
I've been over on the Southeast Polk side on this one, but it looked like when he got off the field, he looked like he was moving his arm pretty good. So I think he might be all right.
All right, Kluver there with Jackson. Starting at their own 10-yard line, 6:24 to go. First handoff is Jackson. He gets outside the numbers, puts his head down, and gets out of bounds. He's escorted out by Jackson Hope.
Jackson on the carry.
Gain of 5.
And the clock is going to keep moving there.
It'll be 2nd and 4.
The key for the Centennial offense is to be patient. You don't have to get it all in 1 or 2 plays. You can get a series of first downs, the clock will stop.
If you're Ryan Pezzetti, what did you put in? If you can score a touchdown, what's your 2-point conversion? You got a lot to think about right here, but you got a long way to go. Jackson in motion. They go Heather up the middle, and he's stopped right away. Kane Brockman right there.
Heather on the carry.
And a gain of maybe.
Picks up 1. It'll be 3rd and 3.
1.
Yeah, Kane Brockman doing a good job with that defensive end. Shedding his blocker, getting the tackle. That's a big tackle there because the hole was there.
We have a whistle and a timeout, Centennial. 5 1/4 to play here in the 4th. They trail 21-13.
You think it's 4 down?
It's the DeArmond Ford Kickoff Event. Score big on a new 2024 F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months plus a total savings of $8,250. Get a new 2024 Bronco Badlands with a total savings of $6,000 and special incentives on new Ford SUVs like the 2024 Ford Escape and Bronco Sport and the new 2024 Edge and Expedition with big savings. All at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
District 36.
Out of the timeout, Centennial have a 3rd down and 3. 5:25 to play, Tim.
So I asked during the break, is it a 4th down? Is it 4 down? It's 5-2. You got 2 timeouts. You sprint a timeout.
We appreciate your support of Jaguar
you don't
football
make
and
it.
ask our Jaguar fans to support
You want to
all
give
people
up the
with
ball
business.
and maybe not get it back. That's something that the coaches have to. That's why I'm up here, not on the sideline.
Empty backfield for the Jaguars, except for that's Heather, so that doesn't make it empty anymore, but they go Morgan. And he sheds a tackler, spins his way, and I don't think he's going to get the first down. He's going to be close. Coming up and is Christian Skalko, who's been there all night. Got about to the 19, which is and they needed to get to the 20. So 4th and 1, Tim. You're going to get your answer. They're going for it.
Yeah, Skalko made a big tackle there because the spin move, I thought he was going to get up to the 20 and get the first down, but Skalko cleaned it up. Big tackle there to make it 4th and 1.
Kluver will go under center. Heather is behind him. Kluver goes off left guard, and he gets the first down. Leading the way for the Jaguar was Owen Lichty, who's going to study engineering when he gets to college, also plays basketball. Owen found a way to score right there, and Kluver gives the Jags a fresh set of downs at 4:38.
Picked up 2 big yards there behind that big offensive line going off his left guard.
Jackson with Kluver in the backfield. Passing situation. Kluver throws. He's got Heather at the 40. Heather across midfield and out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Brought down
pass complete to number 10
by Braden
Heather.
Lewis. Huge pickup for the Jags.
Something we saw, if you're
Big gain down the sideline.
being the Iowa State fan
10
that I am, we
Jaguars.
saw that the other weekend from Rocco
For the
Beck,
Rams,
but
47
caught the
yard line.
receiver between the corner and the safety. Perfect pass there to Heather on the side. That big gain there puts it on the other side of the 50. So Centennial office is in business.
Metro Heating and Cooling replay there shows a great catch by Heather. Kluver again, this time high catch by Braden Jackson at the 40. He gets his way down near the first down. Very close. He does get enough for the yardage to gain. That'll move the chains again for Centennial.
Big play there. Getting Jackson in the open field. He could have made a move there, but you may see that trying to do that, put him more into the receiving mode. But they don't have to pass the ball now. They have 4 minutes to go. They're at the 35-yard line. Really, the whole playbook is open for them to go down and score a touchdown.
3:56 to play. Kluver to pass. Setting up the screen for Morgan, and he's caught right at the ankles by Cale Winjet. Cale blocked a punt that gave,
J.J. Morgan,
for now, the go-ahead score for the Rams.
Trying to alleviate that rush there, doing a little quick screen pass. The underneath is going to be open. Things in the flat to the running backs.
Absolutely 4-down territory now for the Jaguars. Under 4 minutes to play, approaching 3. Handoff, Jackson has a escort and spins his way out, but can't trip out of his way of the tackle there. Manny Gay had him low. Coming up high was Jackson Hope.
Charlie Good was the first one to get in there to create the tackle. Then his friends came over to help him with the tackle, but he slowed him up. Kept the Tony about a 3-yard gain, so now you still have two. You have 2 downs to pick up 6 yards to pick up a first down. So,
and now we get to crunch time. 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the Jaguars. What can the Ram defense dial up here? 4-down linemen. Kluver to throw. It's not there. First option. Looks at second. Not there. Looks for third. Heaves it down the sideline. And it is, I think, an INT, and it is picked off.
Was that Winjet?
It is. Cale Winjet picks it off.
He's having a game tonight, but forced throw there by Kluver. He didn't quite have the receiver. He had to throw it out of bounds, but he underthrew it just a little bit. Puppy had a little bit of pressure on there, threw off his back foot, which tends to make the ball sail a little bit more than you want. Caused an underthrow, and
Reed had to play corner on that play. Cale Winjet, if we get to a Ram winner, Austin, I can about guarantee that's one of your post-game interviews.
I think it is. I think he's played a heck of a game.
5 minutes to play. Johnston leads Ankeny 14-7. Dowling leads Northwest 21-14. Valley now only a 3-point advantage on Waukee 28-14. Cedar Falls still with a 1-point lead in that contest. Vanderwerf, the handoff up to the middle, and no gain on that play.
We're going to see Centennial use the remaining 2 timeouts here, stopping the clock to keep them, not allowing a first down, only about a couple yards on the play there.
2:24 to play here in the 4th quarter. 21-13. It's been a Hills reception, a Vanderwerf run, his first touchdown of the season, then a punt block. That leads to 21 points for Southeast Polk. Heather had a 16-yard touchdown catch. Bendazoo field goals of 44 and 47. And that's how we stand at 21-13 here.
So if they stop them again, call a timeout, and they run a 3rd down play, let the clock run, they'll be punting with about 1:30 left in the game if they play it about right. So Centennial can get the ball back with a little over a minute to go. If they keep the ball down here, they're going to get the ball right around midfield with about a minute to go, maybe a minute 15. So that's what they're playing for. So the defense has to make 2 more big stops to get the ball back.
Dowling leads Northwest 21-14. 4 minutes, 1 second to go in that contest over at Northwest. Valley now has scored to give themselves a 10-point cushion, 35-25. 5 minutes, 23 seconds to go in that contest. Johnston with 4 1/4, and it's a handoff, Vanderwerf. And he is going to get a couple of tough yards and another timeout after the run by Southeast Polk. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 yards to go for the Rams, but the clock at 2:18.
And I can almost guarantee that the coach is not going to let his quarterback throw, that he's got 2 picks and nearly a third in this game. We're going to see them stay on the ground. But 2:18, run a play. In about a half a minute, we'll run off the clock.
Southeast Polk, 232 yards of offense tonight. Centennial, 215. Neither team in triple digits yet on running the football. Centennial stuck at 99, Polk at 70. Heather's had a good night. 5 rushes, 27, 3 for 38 receiving. Braden Jackson, 16 for 58. That's been kind of a story tonight.
That's a little under 4 yards a carry, well under his season average, to date. Just did not let him get outside and do any damage.
Hansen and the Rams, if they can convert, they ice this one away. Takes the low snap, play action, throws to the tight end, and it is initially met by Cale Woods, and Louders put on a second and third effort so close to the stick.
He's about 2 yards short the way the mark is being made right now.
Yep.
The clock is going to continue to run.
And
we'll take it down to about a minute and a half. We'll probably see Southeast Polk take a timeout to set up as the punt team and have full blocking by there. And I just said before that I guarantee the coach is not going to let his quarterback pass.
Well, it's like the Eagles and Falcons on Monday night. You were busy traveling that day. You might not have seen that game. All the Eagles had to do was run the ball, and that game runs it down, and the Falcons don't have the time. But instead, the Rams take a timeout.
Timeout.
I don't know, Austin Oliver, you're around there somewhere. I'll bring you into this discussion. We filled over these last couple of timeouts. What are you seeing down there, Austin?
Well, are the Jags going to come after this kick? I mean, you almost got to, don't you? Sell out on maybe a return on the punt block and get the game into a different place. But otherwise, I think Tim, calling out the time and the where they're going to get the ball about half midfield. They're going to have to be super aggressive here, and that's just something that hasn't been really their forte the whole night.
Special teams. You had 2 interceptions and almost a third. No fumbles. We've seen a punt block.
No.
We've already go back about 8 minutes in our broadcast and listen to us recap all the crazy things that have happened.
It's been an exciting game. 2 really good teams. I mean, they're a lot of good athletes on here. These guys have played, both sides have played a heck of a game. To get down, really, it's a one-possession game.
4th and 2 from the 16. 89 seconds to go. Coming in. They're going to bring in the punter.
Always when you're blocking assignment, take the guy to the inside. Do not chase an outside rusher.
Dallas Lane stands at the 1. He gets it away. And Brule lets it go, and oh my goodness. What a perfect roll for the Rams. That thing is going to go, not only take seconds off the clock, it is going to go all the way to the 35-yard line. We have a down Jaguar back at the line of scrimmage. Got a down football at the 33-yard line. So that ball hit at what? 46?
It took about a 25-yard roll. But it's shorter than they anticipated, so they didn't make the fair catch. And that little forward roll, it kicked. The ball makes some funny bounces, but it kicked forward and a huge, huge roll. So 1:15 left in the game for Centennial to go the distance of the field. Now, Kluver's got the passing ability. He can move the ball down there. And then you may see them getting the ball in the hands of, Braden Jackson in the open field. Heather's had some great catches. Reed's been kind of quiet since the first half. They've got the quality receivers. See if that's something dialed up they want to go to.
Getting up and getting a hand from the home crowd is Houston Luce.
Jaguar making his way to the sideline.
Ball sits at the 33 of Ankeny Centennial. No timeouts.
The clock will stop on a first down, so you want to get something, some chunk yardage. You can go over the middle, pick up 10, 12, 13 yards. The clock will stop. You get set, you can spike, you can move the ball. You can get quite a few plays in a minute 15, but you can't get sacked.
Kane Brooks in at tight end on the left side. He goes out to catch. It's thrown and it's dropped at the 45-yard line. Intended for Caleb Reed.
Pass intended for Caleb Reed.
Just couldn't quite haul that in. That would have been enough for a first down at midfield. Great route. Also open on that play was Kane Brooks. I was watching him.
Yeah, the tight end can sneak downfield. Southeast Polk, the safeties are about 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. Corners are playing a little tight.
A little out and up action, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Kluver steps under. He's flushed and he goes down, fumbles the football. They're going to say he was down.
Yep.
And I think who was there was Kane Brockman.
And they're going to have to hurry, get a play up because the clock is running as considered a running play.
So on the 29-yard line.
Now it's bringing up a 3rd and 15.
Jaguars.
Are you going to spike it, or you got to run a play? 46 seconds.
Make sure everybody's set.
3rd and 14 for Centennial. Kluver, lots of time, throws to the sideline. Reed, and it's incomplete. On coverage, Manny Gay, and it's going to come down to a play with 35 seconds left.
They need something in more than 10 yards. You got 15 yards to go. Look for something possibly down the middle. The linebackers are going to drop quite deep. They're always going to give them quite a bit of a cushion. A crossing pattern or a quick, like a skinny or like a slant across the middle might be your best bet versus trying to run something completely vertical downfield.
Morgan is in the backfield, presumably there to block. 4th and 14. Jaguars need to get to the 43. Kluver with all kinds of time. Takes off. He's going to run. He's got area. He's so close. The officials say he stepped out of bounds a yard short.
I think he held the ball out in front of him trying to get the first down. They're going to argue that he had the first down, but the officials stopped where his foot would have stepped out of bounds about a yard short of the marker.
You got black and white jerseys. You got black and white officials all trying to meet. It's going to be first down either way. It's either going to be first down for Southeast Polk or first down for Centennial. I don't think they're calling Boone for a review.
Nope, you got a player down. Ward Taylor is down there. Like he might have got a cramp there. They're stretching him out. The officials are right at the marker.
Boy, this officiating crew has been in a lot of stuff tonight. A couple of personal fouls.
But he originally stopped about a yard short of the marker and marked that's where he stepped out of bounds. So they're discussing the mark. Of course, the Southeast Polk bench is saying he was short.
25 seconds left in the game.
Holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty for net on the run. The ball plays going to be a first down.
I never saw the penalty flag come down, but it is a defensive hold. Let's see the replay from Metro Heating and Cooling. Here's Kluver. The Rams were just begging him to run.
Looks like he was originally marked a yard short, so now you've got 25 seconds.
And you're at the 43. Fresh set of downs, no timeouts. And now they're going to move the ball even further. Now they're going to do the penalty. So the ball would have been at the 43 on the first down.
Jaguars will have a 1st and 10.
It'll now be at the 48-yard line of Southeast Polk. So here we go, 25 seconds to go. 1st and 10, Centennial. Kluver looks left, throws. It's caught by Braden Jackson. He makes a move, gets out of bounds at the 40. Gain of about 8 on the play. Taken out of bounds by Jackson Hope.
Pickup of 8.
That takes 7 seconds
clock,
off the clock.
40-yard line.
Clock down to 18 seconds here. Jaguars are going to huddle.
And you need the time. You got time for about 3 plays. If you want to go deep, when he's standing back there with a lot of protection, the clock is ticking. So, but a first down right now will stop the clock. You can spike it.
Heather and Reed to the top of the formation. Jackson to the left. Kluver with time throws. Caught by Braden Jackson on a crossing route. He's at the 30. Makes a move. Steps out of bounds at the 25 with 18 seconds to go.
Again, complete to number 1, Braden Jackson.
And those crossing routes gain about 20 yards, so good move there. Good blocking because they came with the blitz. Kluver hung in there, waiting for Jackson to clear across from left to right. Official coming in, they're discussing, was there a hanky on the field? Officials are talking a lot, but they're stepping back.
There is a whole lot of politicking going on down there.
17 seconds on that. It was 18 in the play. So they may be discussing the clock because only 1 second went off on the entire play. So I think they may want to correct the clock at this point.
Please put 10 seconds on the game clock. 10 seconds. The clock did not start.
Yeah, that's probably the correct call because there was 18 seconds on that play when Jackson went out of bounds.
So no penalty.
So the clock operator only ran 1 second off. So I think that's correct. Usually it's 6 to 8 seconds on a play. So that's probably about the correct call. So they have time for 2 plays here.
1st and 10 from the Southeast Polk 26. Kluver with time, throws towards the side. He's got Heather. It's caught inside the 10. He's got to get down. The clock is going to stop for just a little bit. 4 seconds. Got to get into the end zone.
Do you put your ball in the hands of the playmaker to Jackson?
Rams take a timeout.
Timeout. Southeast Polk.
Oh, everybody's got to talk things over.
So now we got, Jackson's in there. Heather's had a big game.
Fans, before you leave tonight, we encourage everyone to just
We got some options to get the ball to.
In the stadium to help out our staff. Thank you for helping us stay clean and safe.
And Kluver has the option of possibly running the ball.
He does. He absolutely does.
But 7 yards is a long way to go. There's a lot of everything gets really, really tight down there. The passing lanes are tighter. The running lanes are a lot shorter. So see what they do if they can, what they dial up. But I think they want to. The ball's on this hash mark on our side, so the wide side is all to the right. See if he wants to roll out right. Buy himself some time to see if somebody can clear the end zone.
Hundreds of fans left after the play about 5 minutes ago. I don't know if they're still watching in their cars in the parking lot. They're going to miss a heck of a finish right here. Jaguars have the football at the 7-yard line. They have to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Kluver under center. It's a rollout pass. He's got a wide open Morgan. Kluver shuffles it. Incomplete. And Southeast Polk is going to win the game. 21-13. They hold off a mad scramble at the end by the Jaguars. And even their record at 2-2 on the year.
Defense had straggled him out there. He didn't have much of a possibility to run. He had to look for someone to sneak open. He get the ball out of his hands, trying to make a play there. But it's one of these games that is going to come down to the very last play of the game. Southeast Polk hangs on. A tough-fought battle here in Ankeny.
Wow.
As the Jaguars will travel to take on the
We'll see that replay hopefully here once they shake hands.
Thank you for supporting Ankeny Centennial Athletics.
21-13 is our final.
Go Jags.
Had the not fielded punt, ball rolls 25 yards. They're down at the 37-yard line. Turn around, make a play on a 4th down, pick up a penalty, get a first down, get down to the 7-yard line. Here's the play.
Can we see that one more time? I want to see, and do we have any earlier in that play? That's it? Okay. But we are going to be able to see it one more time, though, right? Yep. Okay, let's see it again, because I'm going to pay attention now. I'm looking at one other thing. I think
he was going to get sacked there, so I think that was Winget coming. The quarter came up, forced the quarterback to stop, but he had to get rid of the ball. He couldn't take a sack there, so.
Well, Austin, I don't know if you're anywhere near us. Let's go. There is Brad Zelenovich, I see. Austin, let's bring up your mic. I don't know where you're at.
Hey, Paul, I'm here with.
Let's go.
I'm here with Kale Winget. Kale, a couple of the biggest plays in the whole game for you tonight. Talk me through that punt block first here.
We just practiced it all game, all week. Came and executed at its best.
Very good. Now you had an interception, right? And talk me through a little bit about that. Just what was that defense going through as Ankeny Centennial was driving there for you guys?
That play looks like I made the play, but everybody was locking their guy down, and that's why we got the interception. Our DBs were doing their job, safeties, and that's why we forced them to throw that ball.
All right, thanks. Congratulations.
All right, and Austin's going to try to run down Coach Zelenovich here. I don't know if he'll do
that. Can I grab you here real quick? Yeah. So a couple turnovers there in the first half there, and you overcame those. Let's talk about this is a gut win right here for you guys, I think.
Yeah. I mean, number one team in the state, or on the road, backs against the wall. Came out kind of slow early, had 2 turnovers, and had some momentum. But our kids, man, I tell you, we've had some big wins. That's as good. Our guys were down and out after last week, and hell of a win. I'm so happy for our kids and our coaches, and they earned this one.
Now this is an opportunity to kind of turn this team around. I think this is one of them you almost had to win, right? Maybe not, but 1 and 2 coming in this game is a pretty big game for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's no Friday nights off in the CIML, and our kids understand that. Yeah, I mean, we'll just keep going. They're high school kids, so I mean, by tomorrow they may forget about it and whatever. We'll celebrate for 24 hours and move on. Just keep getting better. I like our guys. Heck of a job.
Well, congratulations, Coach. Thank you.
All right, that's Brad Zelenovich with our Austin Oliver and everybody here on this near full moon night. Lots of crazy stuff happening this one, Tim. Welcome back, by the way.
I know, yeah, guys. I needed the break. Now Now I'm in my second half of the season. I can be here. What a game! I thought we saw the maturation of 2 quarterbacks really play well when the running game went down. Both these quarterbacks moved their offense, up and down the field. So, very impressive game. Like I said, Southeast Polk is not a 1-2 team. Don't let the record fool you.
And that's, records, you heard Coach Zelenovich say, because there's no off nights in this league. And Ryan Pezzetti had also told me that this week, too. He's like, we have Southeast Polk tonight, we have East next week, and Dowling the week after that. Nothing easy for them. They knew this was a tough game. I don't think Southeast Polk or Centennial overlooked Southeast Polk at all.
No.
This was just 2, as I think you said, heavyweights.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talent there. I think, the maturation really started to catch up today for Southeast Polk. They started showing they've been through the middle. They played some really good teams. Centennial obviously didn't lay down. They drove the field twice. They did it, in the first half opportunities. So 2 really good teams. These 2 are playoff teams. Where they get seeded is what we don't know yet, but these 2 are high-quality teams we're going to see in the postseason.
Southeast Polk tonight, 16-23 passing for 166 yards. 7 catches by Zelenovich for 66, 5 by Lauthers for 48, 3 for Hills, a touchdown and 46 yards. 19 carries for 70 yards on the rushing side. Vanderwerf, 9 for 30. Thompson, 4 for 12. Henson, 5 for 23. That's a total of 236 yards of offense. Less offense than the Jaguars tonight. 15-27 passing for 158. Reed, 4 catches, 22. Jackson, 5 for 76. Heather, 4 for 58. Rushing, 35 for 118 yards. Clearly the lowest total for the Jaguars this season. Total 276. Kluver, 9 for 23. Jackson, 16 for 58. Heather, 5 for 27. Jackson, 16 for 58. That's a key stat.
That is, they were king on him. He had a few yards here and there, but they did a great job shadowing him, causing other people to step up. And they did. I think there's a well-balanced offense, and Kluver played a very good game. So it was as close as advertised. So, but 2 great teams.
Johnston beats Ankeny. Northwest falls to Dowling. The Maroons come from behind to win that one. Valley knocks off number 1 Waukee. So both, whichever poll you look at, number 1 went down tonight, whether it was Centennial or Valley. Liberty leads Cedar Falls at last check by 6. PV is ahead of Prairie. No, that's gone final now, 38-14. West of Iowa City leads City of Iowa City, 39-32 in the 4th. Ames in front of Roosevelt, 35-13. From eastern Iowa, Bettendorf has now taken a lead on Linn-Mar, 17-16. Urbandale, last check, up 21-10. Next week, it is homecoming for Ankeny. They'll host Iowa City West. Centennial will be at Des Moines East. Johnston and Waukee will do battle. Dowling will host Roosevelt. Southeast Polk will host Sioux City East, Valley, and Ames. So this was a great week for matchups. Next week, yeah, not so much, but I think we'll have one of the best ones here next week with Ankeny and Iowa City West.
Gotta love homecoming.
You do. All right, Tim, anything else?
No, it's a great day. Great to be back. Beautiful night. It's a great football game. It's exciting to see these 2 teams go at it. So we'll see them again down the road.
We will absolutely see them both, and we will see you later Hills and Vanderwerf touchdowns and a punt block by Thompson are Southeast Polk's 3 scores. Heather and Bendezou with a couple of field goals. That's how the scoring ends, 21-13. It goes down to the final play. Thank you for sticking from beginning to end. For Austin and Tim, I'm Paul. Appreciate you watching. So long as Southeast Polk wins tonight, 21-13 at Ankeny Stadium.